Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I was watching Deck this morning. Good morning. Okay. I turned down the echo if you had one. And I'll bring up the high definition. And again, good morning. It's Tuesday here at Tradecaster. Wow. Got a slow start today. Had a very busy weekend. I painted my room myself. At my age, don't do it. Getting up and down that ladder. But I did a great job. I'm a good painter. Okay, let's see what I got here now. I gotta put up the contracts. Anybody's got any questions? I made a big mistake this morning. I kept putting up in Deck's room AMD, 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 going up, going up. It was Tesla. I was watching the wrong chart. But I was right. It was going up. It just was the wrong stock. But I corrected it. Okay, let me go find my contracts and we'll get going on this. See where we're at today. It was very exciting with Tesla going up like that. It's just amazing. Went up dollars. Okay. Let's see. 9-8 contracts and 9-5 contracts. We missed a day. I mean, it's like we missed a day. It feels weird when you come in on a Tuesday. Get it. Let me put something on the board. 1 second. Give me just 1 second. I want to remember this. A. What's in it? Okay, I got it. I gotta save this before I forget. This is something important for me. All right. I was watching a commercial on the internet about people that wake up with phlegm. It's an annoying, what happens here? I'm also having problems with my internet. It ends up that I bought that new part, and the part is not working properly with my USB, with my Ethernet, and the Ethernet is actually slipping out. So if I lose you, I know why. I know why. Actually, I'm going to take it apart again and see what's going on. I hope it's not the board itself, because there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, let's see. SPY is at 450. 450 on a call. That would be today's date, 450, and 449 on a put. I'll call them out as I do them, and then I'll print them out there. Now we've got SPX. I'll use the top computer so it won't affect the board. SPX, waiting for data. Come on, data. That's on September 5th contract. Is 44.95 on a put. 44.95. One too many fours in there. 44.95 and 45 actually. 45, right? 45. So it didn't look right. Okay, and that's on 9505. Today's contracts. Okay, now we have on September 8th, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is at 482. Let's see, 482.50 on a call. Be right at the money. 482.50 dash 480. No, that's not right. 482. Yeah, that is 482.50 is the call. I'm putting the wrong numbers in. 482.50. 482.50, and then would be 480. Would be the put. Okay, next one will be AMD. AMD was doing great earlier. I mean, it wasn't. It was taking a dive. 106. So 106. You got 106 and 107 on the call. Those are correct. Good. Tesla. This should have changed. 253. Well, I got it right. 255. and 250. It came to a point where it's back where it belongs. Meta, where's Meta? Meta. 297. So 297.89 makes it 290 on the call, and then it would be 287.50 on the put. Anybody who's looking at Meta, and also that's on 9/8. That Tesla, the last ones I put 9/8, and here is Meta 298. 290. Okay, there you go. There's the contracts for right now. All right, I need to do one other thing. Give me a second here. All right, that's good. A couple more. All right, I think that should just about do it. Let me see one of the Oh, all right. All right, then I'm going to check FinViz, see where the Dow's at, and which stocks are hot and which are not. I was looking at one that kept calling out. It just didn't. I put it in my watch list, but it wasn't doing anything, so I didn't get it. Let's see which one that was. Let's see. Back in. Come on, get that out of there. I'll see, because it was on the bottom. I don't know what he thought it was going to run, or I should take it out. UPDD. It's still on the bottom. Okay. Okay. UPDD. Kept saying, like, watch it stop, watch it stop. Watch it do what? I didn't get it. Okay, let's go back to, I'm going to leave this around here for a second, out of the way, because I want to go look at FinViz. It's not in there from last week. So I'll open up another one. FinViz. Come on. Here we go. All right, so what do we got right now? FinViz. The Dow is down, as you can see. They're all down across the board. All right, so you can see there's going to be a lot of red on that board. All your top, except for Tesla, and a few of them in the healthcare. Everything else is down. Maybe some consumers, Walmart, Costco. I don't know what this one is, or PEP. Pet Boys, maybe. Okay, and here you can see your top stocks. CLRB. So what I'm going to do is I'll pull up my watch list again, or pull it up a little bit. I can get rid of like this stuff, like he's telling me here. So let's put in a couple of these. CLRB. RB. Next one is FLGC. FLGC. I'm just going to put a few of the tops in, you know. HSDT. HSDT. And one more. We'll put in GDC. 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 ALBT. That's 22%. That's not bad either. I don't recognize this stock. ALBT. All right, and as you can see out of that, there's the look at that. It's a good thing I put that in there because it's right up there. So is EEIQ. One more. But I don't like dollar stocks because unless they're really moving, they probably moved out of penny stocks. Okay, that's only 5%. MNSO, BLRX, I've traded that before. GTEC. All right, there's a few on the bottom. All right, but you can see here HSDT let's get out of here for a second. Let's bring this down. And what we're going to do, and hopefully it'll work, we're going to take off this for a second, put this on red. And give me one more second. Okay, why is that even open? I didn't hit that. Active trader. Give me my charts. Okay. Wow. And let me fix AMD for a second. I know you can't see it, but on my chart, it's really up there. 106.35. Wow. Activate. Let's see. What do I got? 106. All right, 106. So we're up to 106.75. All right, just putting in some support and resistance. I like that, and that comes way down. Let's see. 107.35. 107, make it 107.50, so I have to deal with it. Okay, and I'll be back with that. All right, so here, if I bring up my watch list again, and now I made this red. Did I do? Yeah. So when I hit this, it should change the stock and make it difficult for me at the same time. All right, you can see this stock here is still going up right now. Do we know anything about this stock? So you can see it opened up at about 1068, went all the way down, and now it's coming back up again to 1122. So it's only up about 60 cents from its open. Okay, stock worth watching. What's the next one? I can move my watch list over. Let's see. Can I? No, I can't. Too bad. Okay. Okay, next one is CLRB. I'll do this each time. There we go. CLRB. Come on, where'd it go? All right, 244. Should be right there, and I don't see it. One more time. Nope, nothing. There we go. Wow. Okay, so CLRB opened here, down here at about 215, went up to 287 high, back down again. Nothing that important. Okay. I don't know what they're raving about over there. Envos. That one there had a high. You can see. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Opened up at around, I don't know, 22 cents and made it. Oh, I don't even want that one. Where did I get that from? I don't want penny stock. Envos. Let's get rid of that. It could be from last week's. Okay. Yeah. ALBT. That's a good one. See, I told you it was probably in the pennies and went up over $1. And those are stocks worth watching. Sometimes when they're, you got to look at whatever the float is on these stocks. And if they're low, they can really run hard. If they've got a lot, millions and millions and millions of shares, there's a slight chance that it's going to run. All right, it run really far and high, like a $2-3. GDC, and none of these you see on Thinkorswim are shortable. And there's GDC. So I don't see anything spectacular here. Let's go back and put, what did I have in there? Not Meta, I had NVDW. Okay, NVIDIA. There you go. Let's get rid of this. All right, I looked. I didn't see anything great. I'm going to pull up my scanner in a second, and then I will check the scanners. And if you have Thinkorswim and you're not using your scanners, shame on you, because that is one of the best assets you have for free that comes with Thinkorswim. So, like I said, if you're not using them, then you're losing out. Okay, it's big in the middle, nothing there. All right, let me pull up. Anybody got any questions about anything? Right now, there's not much going on. You can see in the markets they're negative, and you can see right now we're in a channel. We're in the middle of the channel here. We're on the upper part of the channel here and here. And what else? We got AMD's been crazy. I mean, when it faked out all the ways down, came back up, went all the ways down, past the lower VWAP. Then the lower VWAP changed and went even lower, and now it came back up into the channel. Let's take a quick look at that. NVIDIA, let's go look at AMD. And let's take this off real quick so it doesn't get knocked up. All right, let's see, AMD. It's not, there it is. All right, so you can see now, nothing. I don't know why. It's because those charts are too small for this area. If I had a bigger monitor, I wouldn't have this problem. Okay. I'm using a 20, I don't know if it's 23 or 27. That one there is 20, I think it's 27. Looks tiny. Okay, so you can see right now we're in the middle. So you had a high there of about 107.35. I put it to the VWAP before. I made it 1050. So I'm going to make that 35. Just tweak it down a little bit if you're watching AMD. And then you got, so 107.35, you can see here. Now we can edit this one up. 106.75. It's so tight, I got to leave it there. But really, we're probably tight about 107. So that's what we're holding, but I think it's going to possibly drop if the market's down. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. What's he watching there? Can't hear it. Can't hear it. Tech put on a video and walks away. Okay. Valuetainment, PD. No interest. Okay. I need a little more coffee. I'm trying. I switched over to Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And Dunkin' Donuts, if you haven't drank it, you're used to something else, which has one scoop for one cup. And now everything's different. You got to really just tweak it out. I goofed on Saturday or Sunday, maybe Monday. I goofed. So I had to split it in half and make an iced coffee. And I got it just perfect. But I don't know what I did. But whatever I did, I got to do it again. I think I know what I did. But like I said, I got to do it again. All right, let me put NVIDIA on top. I'll keep AMD here since NVIDIA is not doing much. Okay, and there's NVIDIA. What stocks are anybody in here watching? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me at all? Anybody in here? It's like you guys are all scattered, maybe parked in here and in 3 other rooms. Is there anybody here listening? Because if not, I'm going to just get off and do my thing. And I'll come back later when what's his name comes off. Let me see where he is. I think that's what I'm going to do, Corey. I see you coming in for a landing, so obviously you can hear me. Good. I just don't understand where everybody is. Like they're all asleep in here. Is anybody trading? Corey, what stocks are you looking at right now? What are you looking at personally? Just post it on the board. I'd give you the microphone and we could speak back and forth, but we'd have to open up a Zoom call within here, which I can do. You watching SPX? Are you watching the SPY? Are you doing options? Are you doing stocks? What are you doing? Let me just find out what kind of a delay I'm having here. Let's try this real quick. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's try this. Very good. 10-second delay. Not bad. So we're getting good internet today. Thank God. Because my Ethernet thinks if I don't touch it, it's fine, but it slips out. You know what they say for Fallout? What you do for Fallout is you reinsert, you shorten the stroke. Don't touch that Ethernet cable. All right. People popping in, popping out, popping back. Hey, Doc. Is that you, Doc? No, you don't come in here anymore. Fund manager, Jax, Amboka, Bonds, MGuest, Mogul, that person, trader. And Corey, how come you didn't show up on my list? You don't show up. That's very strange. Corey disappeared. That was really weird. Here 1 second, gone the next. Okay. Very strange. Okay. It's not there. Not there. All right, I'm just checking things on the internet to see what's going on. Look at Caesar in his freaking undershirt. I love it. He's a great guy. I really like him. Does future? He does. Yeah, futures. Okay. What happened there? Okay. I can see both rooms. In case I do something in this room, which I'm going to do right now. Okay. Corey disappeared, looking for an NVIDIA break. Corey, are you still here? I don't know why I can't see you. Very strange. 35. You having internet problems on your end? I can't see you. Where's Grambo? He's not here either. Go back to text room. All right. I see you're in both rooms. I can't pick you up on my as a group as a moderator here. I'm not seeing you. It's like you don't exist. That's very strange. I've never seen that before. Okay. Looking for an NVIDIA break, and there I went. And there's the break on slight break on AMD. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put NVIDIA back. Some of you might be watching that. Let's just put this up to about 65. And, I just wish more of you would just tell me what you're looking at. So we have some sort of an idea. Here's NVIDIA coming back right now. There you go. And there's when it looks like NVIDIA is going with AMD, very similar. Let me put this back here. Okay. Bam. Disappeared on me. There we go. 107.70. That's going to bring this up to support on AMD at about 107. Anybody who's watching AMD. Anybody here watching AMD? If not, I won't worry about it. Okay, and here's your slight break on NVIDIA. Let's make this a little bit larger. Wish they wouldn't disappear every time I do something like this. Let me move my screen. There you go. I don't want to paint anymore. My back is so sore. Boy, you do use muscles you haven't used in a while. Just even holding a roller and going up and down with your arms up. It's amazing when you're out of shape. What happens? You fall apart. And then you get older and you want to do it, but you can't, you know? Okay, here we go. Bring this back here. Make it slightly larger. There you go. And we have 3 tops. If you look at this here, we got 3 tops. I'm going to put this at 480. What did I was just at? 484.35. And then I'm at 33. I'm really close anyway. All right, 44.35. There you go. If you look right there, this candlestick here, this candlestick here, and this candlestick here. Actually, you'll see right there. I've got three tops at four. Oh, it's higher. 484. Let's go a little higher. Let's go to 65. Bam, bam. There you go. So if you look at this, I'll just stretch it out. You got 1, 2, 3, and one more try. Here we come. So that was at 484.65. Now, if I look at NVIDIA online, let me just see what it says. Looking for the high of the day, still in a negative, and we have we have 487. That's right. It doesn't matter because we're up here. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to go here and make a trend line. So our high of the day, excuse me, is 487.86. So I come up here and I'll put right there 487.80. I'll never get it exact. I'm gonna just use I wonder if I can wait. You know what? I know what to do. Oh, I can't do that. All right, just do that. And then we have another high right about there. So we do this, and then we're going to cancel our left extension on trend line 1. And then we're going to come from the low of the day, and that was at 478.60. How'd that be? Oh, 478.60. Where is that? Ah, right there. But that's only going to go from here. Let's say we'll have a double line. 478. Come on, I'll do 62. It's close enough. And then we have one here. Okay, we're going to get rid of our left. But then we're going to have what we call that active step. Or we can just use this for right now as a daily. And you can see the squeeze. Ordinarily, I would just take another one from about here. That would be my step from there to there. Come on. Okay. Do it from that one right there. Put it right in front of the 13. All right, I'll come a little lower so I can see it right there. And now you can see how tighter the squeeze gets from here to here. So what we would do is we'll take this one and we're going to cancel the right on trend line 2. And then we're going to take this, watch. What I'll do is I'll join them together. So you're going to activate it and then take that one there and put it right there, like that. Okay, so you see there was the first step. All right, it did cross over here, which I don't want to make an extra step and then go from here to here. But let's say we got to there, and then you'll see the next step. That's our support. But our support now has got to be at least under the VWAP. Okay, so we're going to move this up to, let's say, about 482. I would say the VWAP. So let's just say 483 on the support. All right, 483. So I hope you're watching this so you see how to draw your trend lines, how you draw your cross lines, and your support and your resistance. So we're going to say that our support right now, we're holding on a 13 exponential, all right? And if we fall below, then we know it'll probably bounce. If it doesn't hold, then we'll change that. And then right now we have a triple top right there. And we know, and boom, look at that. Look at that. Just as I'm talking about it, there goes my resistance up to 485.25. Okay? So let's just go now and say, you know what? And this is more for the now. It's like you have your daily trend lines and then you have your support and your resistance. What's happening? So right now we just had a push to 485.25. And that's not going to reflect yet in higher low of the day because our we had a higher low before. We had a higher high before, which I'm going to just bring this up to par now. So if I activate this now, I just bring that down and bring it right to the top where it's at. And we're probably going to have resistance, a lot of resistance at 485.50, which we just hit. All right. Don't forget to put this back to the hand, or you go to do certain things, and you're gonna make problems for yourself. All right, on the chart. So here we go. We got 485.50. Bam, and it's still rising up. Now it's 75. See it? Now it's 75. But look at the spread. Look at the spread here. We got a 15, 25 cent, 20-cent spread. All right, so 15 to 20-cent spread. And let's just one more time. I don't want to activate it. I want to put it up just a little higher and say that we have all our resistance is right there. We had a touch, and then we had a fall back. And that's when we look for the pullback and shoot forward. Okay? Let's see what I got going here. All right, that's good. I think we didn't lose anything. All right, anybody have any questions? And that's how we draw our trend lines. That's how we draw, and we don't need this one anymore, but I wanted to show you how we got there. Really, we got to here, and then we got the active step to here. All right, so your first step really would have been to right there. That would have been your first step. And then the second step would have brought it to here. And then we would have started this one from here, which we did. So let's cancel the left extension so you can see exactly where we started from. And I'm going to make it now that I can see it. I'm going to bring it right there. It's a little further down. Can you see it? Right to that tip. And I don't know if you can see on the Pro right now, right to the right of where I'm working, you'll see that there's an up arrow. One is black and one is red. It's hard to see. And if I change my colors, watch this, okay? I'm going to show you something. If I change my colors, and I go into appearance, and I go down, I got to move this the other way. You'll see the arrows pop up. Watch this. Background. If I go to gray, let's say like this, and I say apply, now you can see it a little better. You see the black arrow and a gray arrow, which showed us, you can see there was a slight delay in the program, but it picked it up and showed you it was going to go up, and we did to here until the pullback. So if you had the Pro and you saw these two arrows and you went and you got in right there, would you have made money? Absolutely. You would have gotten in. Let's go back. I'll leave it light for a second. You would have got in about right there at let's say 482, and you would have gone all the way to 484. You would have made money. So this, you can see what a benefit, and see this says it's still going up, and it did right there. Now I don't know if this came here or there. Now I've taken something out, so a lot of you may have what's called, and let's go to it real quick, and I'll show you how it works. You have what's called the scalper alert, all right, which that one's free. So that comes under TTM, and you have scalper alert. So double click. I'll put it back in, and then you'll see all the white arrows come in. All right. I took it out so it wasn't so confusing for all of you because I have so many other arrows with it. So you can see there's your down arrow, there's your up arrow. Okay. This probably popped up right about there. So it still was good. Most of the time when you see these, they're good. You can jump in and jump out and get quick money. What's a spread? Oh, okay, good question, Grambo. You should know this. The spread is the difference between here, the buy and the sell is the spread. Okay, so if I look that up, okay, and I go, what is a stock spread? It's the difference between the buy and the sell. What's it say? It's a different. There you go. I'm taking this right off the internet. I'm not going to take it all, but right off the internet. Here we go. There you go. It's a stock spread is the difference between its bid and ask prices. Okay? And anytime anybody has a question about something like that, anything you can think of, and I'm busy doing something else, just put it in Google. Just put it in Google. What is a stock spread? Boom, and you'll get your answer. Okay? And that's how I got as good as I am today. By thinking out of the box and just doing that. And I was so quick. Like Deck would say something and I would look it up and I have it on the board within 15 seconds. And I kept doing that and kept doing that. And I kept bombarding the board with great information that people could use and understand. And that's why he made me a moderator back 5 years ago. Well, 4 years ago. Do futures have spreads? I don't know. You could answer that question. Is there a difference between a buy and a sell price? If it does, then that's a spread. I don't think so. I think futures just has a buy price, and whatever it goes up, but I can't really answer that. I'm not doing that. You do futures, so the question is there a spread? Now, I can take exact, no, they do not. Okay. All right, don't ask me questions you already have the answer to. But if I went onto Google right now, but you're wrong, okay? You're not correct. All right? Do futures have spreads? And here's the answer. All right? It says that a future spread is a combination of two opposite transactions, buying and selling. It basically refers to taking a long position in one future contract and a short position in another. That would be like a vertical spread, like you do. That's exactly what that is a vertical spread. The opposite positions can differ in expires or even underlying. So it's quite different between what's called a spread for a future opposed to what is a spread for a stock or an option. It's the difference of the buy and the sell is for stocks and options, and spreads is the difference of if you want to go what you do. And why would you do that? Some of you might ask, why would you do that? Because let's say you're going to buy a future or an option on a stock that has earnings. Now, I don't know about futures, okay, but with options at 4 o'clock, you can no longer trade options except for the SPY, SPX. You can trade those. For some brokers let you go an extra 15 minutes. Okay, there's still business going on, but you can't get out of them. So to ensure that you don't take a great loss, you will make less money. Okay, so you would take a vertical spread, and by doing that, you would be buying a put and a call at the same time. Now, on one, you might lose part of your premium. On the other, you gain the premium, and hopefully it goes up more than the loss or whatever on one or the other, and you make the difference. Futures cuts off at 5 p.m. and resumes at 6. Thank you. And that's very good information. So with futures, you can buy a future, and you don't have to worry about that bell going off at 4 o'clock. You're good to 5 o'clock, all right? And they resume again at 6 p.m. So there's only an hour off. That's incredible. That's real good. Futures can be much better in a lot of ways than options, but options, if you get really good at it, you can make a lot of money very quickly, okay? And what we do here mostly when it comes to options is ODTEs. And options, we do mainly are ODTES. And what that means is 1 day till expiration, this day, the day we're in. And what we're learning to do is to be eagle snipers. It's the same as we did with stocks. The max amount of money in any option is made through what we do. Long puts, long calls. That's the maximum you can make. The minute you start doing anything else and you start getting creative, there's a loss in a game. When there's a loss in a game, which means if you do any kind of spread, whether it be a vertical, straddles, if you do straddles, you do stangles, okay, and we can get into that another time, what those are and what the difference are. Or if anybody's interested, okay, strangle versus strangle, hold on, strangles versus straddles. These are, okay, stangles and straddles, let's see. And I'll put this out on the board, all right? So if you want to know what is the difference between a stangle and a straddle, here's your answer, all right? Straddles and strangles are two of the most common and popular option strategies that take advantage of stock price movements. Simply put, a straddle uses a call and a put with the same strike price and expiration date, while a strangle uses a call and a put with the same expiration date but different strike prices, okay? And I'm going to give you one more, all right? Let's get in here, and I'm going to give you what's called, because these three are the three most used, okay? And, okay, give me, let's see, all right, got it. I got to open this up. And a lot of this information you can find at Investopedia, one of the greatest places. Okay. Now, these three, the straddles, the strangles, and this, the vertical spread, are probably the three most commonly used spreads to work like insurance that you don't take a greater loss. This is almost like putting a stop loss, which I don't think any stop losses work on options anyway after hours, just like stocks. A vertical spread involves the simultaneous buying and selling of options at the same time. So either puts or calls, an expiry, but at different strike prices. The term vertical comes from the position of the strike prices. All right, it's a little complicated, but there's also a very good. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. I had it and I hit the one next to it. Okay, get out of there. Here we go. I saw it. Here we go. This is a very good website, and you can go in there and get definitions of all of them. On the top of the page, in this, you can see they have long puts, everything that's basic. Covered calls, cash secured puts, what a naked call, what a naked put is, bearish and bullish. Then it has the different spreads. Then it has advanced, like iron condors and butterflies, diagonal spreads. That's like double vertical spreads, straddles, covered strangles, and a lot of you in simple cannot probably do a lot of those, but it's good to know about them. Also, there's a great course in Ameritrade for option trading, and I advise that any new person here should take the course. You will learn a lot very quickly. And there's tests at the end of each part, and then you can see where you falter. You can go back and take the test again. And nobody's keeping score, but when you do a course and you finish it, you get points, and there's a lot of points. And eventually, if you want to get raises and you want better margin, if you want better everything in your broker, he looks and says, okay, well, this guy did this. This is a guy who really cares about being a better investor and trader, and this is the kind of guy we want to hold on to. They'll give you what you want. All right. I've taken a lot of classes in there just for the heck of it on the weekends, on a Sunday. They're not long. You can even start, and if you don't finish, you can save it and hold it and finish the rest at another time. So I just adjusted this right now, so you can see. So here's our top. All right. So that would be right there. You see, we have a descending triangle. That only means from the top of the day to where we are now. We're coming down, and that would be the bulls pushing down. Here you have, the bears pushing down. Here you have the bears trying to push. You have the bulls trying to push up, and the bears are trying to push down. All right, sorry about that. So here we got the bears pushing down and the bulls pushing up. So every time I've got to move this line either lower, it tells me that the bears are in charge. When it goes up and I got to move both of these up or one of these up, it tells me that the bulls. And right now we're above the VWAP, and we're right below the 13. So the right now we know that either the bears are gaining a little, or the bulls have sold off some, and we're waiting for that push, like the bow and arrow effect. So they didn't get to where they wanted. You can see we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We didn't get there, so they pull back. They sell off, and then boom, they buy back again, and it's like that bow and arrow effect, and then they reach that target. And I think that target right now would be a new higher day. And our high right now is, I think, around 487.86. If we look at NVIDIA, let me just see real quick. Tesla, NVIDIA is 487.86, right on the nose. So you know that we're going to try to hit 488 today. And at some time, okay, there's a good chance that we can see this. Now, right now, we're getting lower, so it's not a good chance. We're at 484. So you can see right there, 484.25. All right. I still think that this can drop back down to the VWAP, which is 483.46, is a possibility. So let's take this right now and move this to 483 and let's say 45 cents. Oh, shoot. If I did that, boy, it would disappear. 83.45. I think that's going to put me right on it, right above it. That's good. So I could have gone 50 because that's really what I wanted. And I'm thinking that if it comes down this low, all right, 483.50. See, because right here we're at 484.40. Let's say 484. Let's see if it can hold this area at 484. Or we might see a bounce around here. Let's see. We'll tweak this back up to about 75 and check FinViz one more time. Let's see if our markets are getting, okay, right here. We're still at, it says 65. I think that's what it was before. 66. So we are dropping slightly, but now we see some green. Now it's not just Tesla. Now we see all of a sudden we got Microsoft, Oracle, Avgo. Okay, so you can see we got a few more in the green. It's trying to pull up. We get a few more down here in the financial section. We might see the markets come back. All right, so right now we're not. We can see the bulls are starting to lose their ground. And what we'll see right now is that the bears are pulling it, just like I said, right towards my drop point of, I had 75. I didn't want to put it at 484. There we go. There's a little push up. But that you can see this has come down. So we're still descending at this point. Even though we got another spark up, we do see descent. Anybody have any questions? All right, now let's take a quick look at Tesla. Tesla also is trying to move itself up. If we can get back up and get Tesla, was Tesla in the red? I think it was. Let me just see real quick. FinViz. And no, Tesla's in the green. So Tesla's got a good chance. There's your upper VWAP at 255.18. Doesn't matter there, but 255, we're not that far away. If I was to be a betting man, I would say right now 254 is got to be the target at this point. It's so close, I'm not even going to put it on here. 254. But if I went for an upper target, all right, I would go here. And then to do that, I have to do this. Go to the money sign. I go to 255, right there. Okay. And then what I would do is, let's see, edit. That would be my upper. Can't see. Upper target. We said this time we were looking at 255. We're going to show it on the right. Put a red in there. And as long as the markets, if they start to see, Tesla's doing its own thing anyway. Okay, say okay, and put a chop line. Whenever I look at targets, I use chop lines. So right below the upper VWAP, if it gets there, it might go above there. But that's, I think, is the target, is 255 eventually. All right, we got to get, I am feeling a little better, except for my back. My back is, I did something, you know, I painted an entire room. My wife wanted blue on the wall, so I have a little more to go here and behind us where you can't see it. But if you could see back there, and a little spot up there, I have very little, but I did about 80% so far. I got to do some touch up, but I got to take a day off. I can't do anything today. I can't touch a paintbrush. My back, I threw my back out, up and down the ladder. At my age, you shouldn't be up and down ladders, that's for sure. Not without putting yourself back into shape. And for me right now, my shape sucks. I look like pizza did me in. Pizza really did me in. How are you, Grambo? You missed me last week? I took a day off Thursday. I just couldn't do it. I was so nauseous. All right, I'm just moving my AMD up to 108.50. So we got 108.50 on AMD as support, and that's going to put my resistance. That's going to put my support to about 107.50. We'll leave $1 in there. I missed it. All right, just edit that one up. Actually, I'm going to use 107.75, and that'll give me about 75 cents. All right, it's still trying to push, and my target on AMD for anybody is about, about 108.85, 108.90. Let's see. Also, it could push up to 10. I would say 109 is my target, definitely on AMD. Meta's starting to move for anybody who's watching it. Meta is starting to move hard right now, and Meta just went all the way up to 300 and change. So I'm going to edit that one up. Wrong computer. 300. And let's say 50 cents for resistance. 303.50. Let's see what it does. Boom. Oh, shit. I lost it. I lost it. What did I do? What did I do? I lost it. Means I got to make another one. And it was right too. 303. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it just disappeared. I mean, Robbie made it like 3,000. Okay, 303. Here we go. I got to put another one in there. Yeah, just to show you what I'm doing. What did I say? Meta. Meta in the room. Anybody might be watching Meta. I don't have to put my head up. I can do it from there. Let's see. All right. You see, so I already put my line in. I'm just getting ready to finish it. So let me get out of there. I'll do it here. So let's edit that. And 300, and let's say next step up, 375 on the right. That's my, what did I say that was? That's my resistance. Resistance. That's got to go to red. There. Here. On the right, we got it. Da, da, da. Let's see. There we go. All we want to do now is extend it to the left. I put it in there, but I lost it. So I'm putting it back. And look at this thing fly. So what did I say before? I said, oh, I never put an upper target on this one. All right, but right now we're going to activate this up and just move it to where it's at. So we got, let's say 303.39. We're going to make 50 is our resistance at this point. So right there. So 303.50. Then we want to bring our support to about 30. Let's see, right under the 13. Let's say at 3. I'm going to activate it so I can see what I'm doing. This moves. There we go. 299.75. Perfect. Wow. That never happens. Okay. And I changed my color before. I'm going to put it back. I just did that to show you for this one. So if I want to edit this, that's the wrong one. Let's do it the other one. Here. I go back to here, appearances, and then here I just make it black. Boom. I like them dark. You can see them much better. Okay. Easy on the eyes. That's Meta. All right. Let me get, oh shoot. See? That's what happens when you don't put them back. All right. That's why it's very carefully. You got to put this stuff back. All I can do is do. All right. That's 253. 250. 253. Let's try it this way. See if it works. There you go. Okay. Boom. Thanks, Pete. If Pete was here, I got to thank him. All right. Let's take this one here. You see, I did put a upper target on that one. And let's extend it to the left. And did I hit it? No, not yet. Okay. It's going to try. That was on Tesla. So you can see here, I put an upper target at, and even the upper moved, is 255. We hit, where is that? Right there at 253.80. So really, you know what? At this point, we want to see 254 first, obviously. But even the bottom there. Let me see, what's Tesla's high of day? High of day on Tesla is 251, which was recently 251.83. 51, that's it. 251, 253.88. Sorry, 253. So 254 would have been our target on Tesla. 254. So let's just edit this and put this to 254 for right now is our first target and our resistance, because we did hit 88. That puts us right there. You can see right there where we hit. All right. And then here you can see that our support definitely goes up, and we can edit that back up just about where the 251.50. I think it's higher than that. I think we're about 252. I'm just going to put it at 252 for right now. I like to leave about $1.25 in Tesla because of the way it moves. So what did I say? 252. Actually, that should be perfect. Boom. Okay. And there's Tesla. Now we've got Meta. Meta's still in this channel. 300 is probably our support at this point. We're going to edit this a little bit further up to 300. And then I'll go back to NVIDIA after I look at the SPY real quick. And then I'll go over the contracts. Okay, and then we got this one here, and you can see because I haven't moved this one in a while. The SPY, which is at 450.80, has, and see the upper the upper is about 451, would be our resistance. Okay, boom, and then we have this 251. Let's see, 451 would be about here. 451. One. Let's just say I'm going to say about 450.25. 450. And this will keep it safe for you, all right? Because if you're putting in stop losses, you want to get a good idea of where your stop losses should be, all right? But I would go at this point, when you're talking such a high, you may want to talk about 3 to 4, maybe even less than about 5%, depending on how many contracts that you're doing, all right? If you're doing the SPY on contracts. Now, I'm going to just go in here real quick. That's how you break it. Yeah, if you fall. I didn't fall. I was very careful, but I did rip one of my socks. Does that count? Ripping a sock? I guess if you're a woman. I always put holes in my heels. I don't know how or why. I walk on my heels. I go through a lot of socks. Thank God for eBay. They deliver. Okay, so we've got on 450 on the put for the SPY, and we've got 451 for the call. Now I'm going to take a look real quick, and I'm going to go into products, and SPX is at 45.10, so it has changed. 45.10 on the put would make 45.15, I believe. 45.15 is correct. Okay, next one. Those on today's contracts. Then I've got NVIDIA, which I took off, so let me put that back for a second. And I've got NVIDIA, and put that back here. I don't know why it does that, but it does. Okay. Come on. Okay. Oh, shoot. Gotta always remember to put that hand back. You can do this. Okay. And you can see this has gone up a little. So you can see right now, okay, that the bulls are back in charge. All right. And we're getting another high right here, but not a new high today, but another high. Boom, right there. And this is pretty close. We just need it on this side of the wiggle. So 487, let's see, on Meta, on NVIDIA. Give me a second. It would be 487.50 on the call. And that's come down a little. 480. What did I say? 480. It's gone up actually. 487.50 on the call, and 485 on the put. And that is on the contract for the 8th. Then we have AMD. AMD is at 108, so we got 109 on the call. Anybody who's in 109 and 108 on the put. And that's for the 8th also. Everything I'm reading now is for the 8th. Tesla is at 253, so that makes it 255. 255 on the call. And oh shoot, I did the wrong one. 255 and 250. That's good. 2.50. Okay, 252 on the put for Tesla. And Meta, what do we say? I took it off so I can't see it now. 300. So we can put it at the money. If you want to leave the money shot here, it would be, let me take a look at Meta. I don't want to guess on this one. I don't know what it does. It's probably 302.50. Let me just see on the 8th, and 302.50. It's right, 302.50 on the call. After a while, you can just look at the price and know what it's going to do. 302.50, and that would make the put 300, which right now is right, well, 308.85 cents. So it's not that the money. So 300, okay? Oh, and that's for the 8th. And there's your contracts right there. They should all be correct. All right. Anybody have any questions? Ask no questions. I'll tell you no lie. But if you ask me, I might lie to you. No, I don't lie. I cannot tell a lie. Pinocchio, your nose. Okay, there's Meta. AMD's moving. AMD's moving up towards up a VWAP. So right now, 108.92, and I would say 109.25 is going to be our 109.25 is probably going to be our target on AMD. AMD's been doing great all day. I said that this morning at the wrong time. It was Tesla I was watching. So I made a huge mistake, but it's okay. I erased it all off the board. That's why everybody was ignoring me. I wish somebody would have just said, hey, active. You mean Tesla, right? I'm gonna say, oh shit. I was just looking, I was watching, and I usually put AMD over here, and I switch Tesla and AMD. NVIDIA, I switch with Meta. So when I do that, I was in the wrong chart, that's all. I was right, just had the wrong stock. Okay, don't hold it against me. Okay, I'm evening everything off here. Boom, 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 boom. Got everything pretty much in good settings. We did have a high here. If you look right there, where is that? I could go to my time and sales. If you're not sure, that's what time and sales is for, folks. Just open it up. We leave it closed because, what was it? 485, 80, 91. Bingo, right there. Somebody bought it at 93. 486. I didn't see that. 486 and 3 cents, somewhere around there. 480. So 480. What did I say? 486 was that's our resistance. Okay. Now we take this off, and we know that our resistance here, what did I just say, is 486. Where we're at now. So I'm going to say in 25 cents. Because we just touched 20 something. Actually went higher, didn't we? 35? Wow. Didn't even see that. Let's go back to 50. So 486.50 leaves 485. There you go, right on, just what I said. 485. Okay, and there you have it. 485. You can open us a little more so you get a better look. There you go. The only thing is we're probably more towards this tip here. So what I'm going to do, even though it came down a little bit, I'm going to bring it right to there. And this is moving our trends to actually show us where we're at the moment. Okay. Okay. And for lunch, I'll bring my camera in and I'll show you how we're going to make another pizza. Takes about 15 minutes for prep, 20 minutes in the oven, and 5 minutes to cool. That's 25 to about 40 minutes. You have yourself a pizza with what you want on it. What I want is Montebenny sauce, and I don't know where to get it at the point without ordering it online. Okay, I never had my banana today. Let's start with that. Wow, and my eye drops. 1 second. Oh God. That hurts. It's not open? Wow. I'm open. I'm trying not to use these eye drops every day. They're special, only for one eye. I have what's called a droopy eye. Oh, it is open. Okay, is there any in here? Yeah. All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Wow. All right, takes care of that. All right, woo, that feels good. Anyway, it's a special kind of eye drop, very expensive. Why am I open Did I stop stream? Oh, there it goes. Okay. We are good. We are good. Glasses. Grabo. All right, let me just do one more check here real quick. Sometimes it changes and we want to be okay. And good. We're at 10 seconds, which is perfect. Today I'm running good. OPEC said they were going to cut production. That'll raise prices. I took CL longs off open and they printed. Absolutely. Because anytime they cut production, it puts fear, and then in oil, it'll bring the prices down. And that's why we need a Trump back or someone like him who's going to turn the oil back on and make us the great power that United States of America has always been. And Trump put America first. We have an administration that I don't know how fucking dumb the people on this earth can be, not to see how stupid and what they're doing to destroy this country today. I hate stupidity, and there's so much of it. Yet we're the deplorables who think this way. Well, I'd rather be deplorable. I get more lucky being a deplorable. Girls like a bad boy. They like a deplorable. Active trader, you must have been really bad when you were young. 87 a barrel. Keep going, we'll be over 100. They call that Bidenomics. How to ruin a country in 4 years. He started it on day one. Wow, doesn't stick. Whoa, that will never stick. I broke the magnet off there. All right, I can glue that. 87 a barrel. Wow. Let's see. Oil prices per barrel. Now. Barrel price right now. What is today's oil price per barrel? Is 80. CL1 Brent crude 88.55. CPI crude Tokyo ICE NEMEX about 86. Your average goes up and down. Okay, what did you say? Where's my mouse? Get back here. Come on. Can't see. All right. What did you say? 87. We hit 88 on one part. All right. Now take a look real quick here at NVIDIA. You see it's come down to my support. Came down even a little lower to probably 85. So it's 484.85 is my new support at this point. And then we got this, which you see pushed down and then came and sprung back up. So we want to activate this and just put it on the lower section. And that's your bears pushing down. That is your bears pushing down. Okay? But we still have a slight descending because this helped to bring up. We have a slight descending, but I think we'll see this push back up. We need to get over the 13 if you want to see NVIDIA run. And on the other hand, FinViz, which was down, is now getting closer and closer. And you can see we got a few Tesla, Microsoft, Lilly. See, I told you in healthcare. And down here, now Meta, Netflix, energy. I told you before, we have to see energy. When the barrel price came out, that put energy up because energy is going to do better when the prices are higher. But we don't want energy to do better. We want it to do worse. So we pay less at the pump. Let's face it. Most Americans today are making more money and it's costing them more, so much more that it's not even touched the cost of inflation and the cost of increase in living. So people are losing more and more, and credit out there is through the roof, and the credit companies are going to lose their ass eventually on a lot of people who are going to default because they'll never be able to pay back the debts of what they're doing to themselves right now. I have a credit score of 834. Now, I could take all my credit cards and blow them out, and I can sell my condo before that happens and run away with all the money. You know, but what kind of a life? Jimmy Buffett We can have a moment of silence for Jimmy Buffett. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but not anymore for Jimmy, who was fighting a rare cancer, skin cancer. I forgot the name of it, but he fought and he lost after 4 years at the age, I think, 80 years old, or 76 years old. And it's so, I used to watch him on Hawaii Five-0, you know. He's been on a lot of programs. He's acted. I actually gave Jimmy Buffett when I was 19 years old. I just moved out of my house. I was on 163rd Street, and these two guys said, "Hey, can you help me? You got a jumper cables?" And I said, "Yes, I do. I always keep them." And I gave him a jump, and he goes, "My name's Jimmy Buffett. This is my lead guitarist, and we're putting our first album out at Criteria Recording Studios in North Miami Beach." And he invited me to go watch. And I said, "Wow, I would really love to." And I got chills. I'm getting chills right now. And I was working 2 jobs, and I had to work. And I couldn't afford to lose the job. It was my first apartment. So I could have met and been friends from the beginning with Jimmy Buffett, who lived at the time in Key West. So, and I lived in North Miami Beach. I lived in Miami Beach, in North Miami Beach, on the beach, in a place called Winston Towers on 174th Street. What a life. 18 years old. My parents moved from New York, and I moved to Florida. It was very tough, and I've been here now 50 years in the state of Florida. I'm 68. I'll be 69. Ooh, 69. You know what I'm going to do? My wife is already 69. "Honey, come to bed." "No, honey, you scare me. You're Italian. You're a stallion." My wife's Italian, but the one thing she can't do, she makes the greatest meatballs. I gotta tell you, I cannot make meatballs like she does. I don't know why. It's the touch of her hand. I just don't know. Everything else, I do all the cooking. I am such a good cook. She really lucked out in that corner. It took years to get there, and now I really enjoy it. Unless I don't feel good, then I'll say, "Honey, cook the salmon and don't overcook it. I hate a dry salmon." All right, you can see right now NVIDIA is continually pushing down. It's pushing down, so the bears are taking control, but we're still bullish. Why? Because we're above the VWAP. So let's put this right now at about 60. We push down, just touch 484.60, and you can see, and this is going to come down a little more, and it's going to change our spread. It's also going to change, well, the spread on the buy-sell isn't that bad, but it's still, if you look here, we're at about 10 cents. All right, we like to see this get a little closer, because you could take a nice loss. If you get in, you're already losing, and if you're in and you get out, you're losing part of your profit. We're at 15 cents on the spread, which is not a lot for a $400 stock. I don't worry about that when I do that, or SPX, because the spread doesn't mean anything to me, because I've made so much money usually when on my trade that I'm not going to worry about it. But on the other way, if you're losing and you go the wrong way, America's income to cost of living was better during the Great Depression than it is today. That's sad, isn't it? When was that? 1918, 1911? When was the Great Depression? Anybody remember the year? Let's see. My father was born in 22, 29 to 39. Sorry. My mother was born February 3rd, 1929. My father was born 22. Wow. So she was born in that was the longest and deepest downturn in the history of the United States, and modern industrial economy lasted more than a decade, beginning in 1929. But we just need one good Republican, and we can turn this around, seriously. And I don't believe that Swami, Mammy, whatever that guy's name is, he's 38 years old. I don't think he's really, I think he's a good talker. And I know Chris Christie can't do the job, and DeSantis is losing track. I still think the best man for the job is Donald Trump. I would put Ivanka in there before putting in any of those other candidates. But she's kind of moved out of the limelight. She lives near me, not too far, about a 40-minute ride down south. She's in Miami, North Miami. I can't believe they moved to Miami. I wouldn't want to live there. But there's a lot happening. If you're young, there's a lot happening. But they're already got kids, and Let's see, we got Meta here. Fell down a little bit also to about 299.60, 299.70. I want to say 65 on that. 299.65. That would be our support. And our resistance is, let's bring that down to about 301. Take off the 50. Okay, so 301. And then AMD, I'm going to leave where it's at. AMD seems to have support at 108.40. Well, let's see if it can hold. Let me put it up a little. 108. Yeah, it does come up that way. 108.40. Usually I put 45. Oh, it didn't move. Wrong keyboard. Come on. I got it now. 108.40. All right, let me widen that a little bit. That looks good. Meta's still dropping. Meta is not holding. So Meta is still above the VWAP. Is down to about also 299. Let's say 35. See if we can hold above that. 35. Bingo. It looks like it's going to drop through it. It is. 27. It's holding. It's holding right there. It seems to have a bounce. Let's see if it holds. And now you can see, look at NVIDIA. Just bounced right at the VWAP. So a VWAP is at 483.65, let's say. So let me drop this here. 483. So that's a big drop. That's a big drop. So I got to be careful. What time is it? 31, 11:30, 65. We'll see. It seems to have bounced right there, right at the VWAP. That's going to bring this down here, so we can activate this right to the VWAP. Boom. So you see what's happening here. It's getting wider and wider in this spread. Okay, that's another spread. That's the spread between the resistance and the support. Now we do have at this point what I call the active step. So I'm going to activate this, and I'm going to get rid of right extension. And then what I'm going to do here is draw another trend line, bring it from here, boom, and bring that down now and leave it right above that 13 exponential. Boom. And we'll get rid of the left. And now you can see what's happening here. Here's the active step. And if you're new here, I am the active trader, and this is the active step. You will not find this anywhere else. Oh, that's not true. They're going to try to keep him out of office. He's going to run the office from jail. And once he's in jail, this is going to be the weirdest thing you've ever seen in history. They're going to find him guilty of something he didn't do. Then he's going to become president, which can happen. And then he's going to get the Republican nomination. He's going to go to jail, probably, to a federal jail. And he's going to become president. And on the first day of being president, he's going to, what's that word? He's going to expel his, what's that word? I can't think of the word. I'm getting a brain for it. Come on, Grandpa, help me out here. When you get rid of a case. Oh, whoever's saying Biden will use the War Powers Act. Pardon, thank you. I think Biden's going to die before then. And Kamala, the CIA will probably do a job on her. The black ops will come in. We could be at war, and if we do, we're in big trouble. We're going to lose. I have no faith in this country. Not after what I've seen, what the Democrats have done to it. All right. How are we doing, everybody? You're short? Yes. Good job. I'd get out right now, but I think it's going to bounce. Let's see. Finance, let's see. Right now, yep. See, went back up to 60. Let's just do a little bit of bingo. Look at HSDT. All right. Doesn't look good. Envos. I like Envos. I've actually traded that before. Let's go into my watch list. And let's just bring this up a little bit for a second. I said bring it up. What can I get rid of? ICCT. And let's just get rid of one and put Envos in. Sometimes you need to clean it up, so we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of, what's the RSI? Nothing really. This here. Get rid of the flag. You gotta clean up right here. Also, it's very low. Let's go here and just go volume. Ready? Top to bottom. LDY. It's not doing anything. Now with this kind of volume, it's not doing anything. Tops. Not doing anything today. LVFN. So it's positive and you can't short it. Look at the 107 ONTO. It's a shortable stock. LBT. Let's go back to here. CVNA. Onto. Easy to borrow. 66. It's got the sign of the devil. Okay. Amazon coin. Those rest I'm going to leave. Okay. Because most of them are options. Okay. Let's set this out of the way. So I think we're going to see a bounce at the VWAPs on all of them. If they don't hold, we're going to see weakness. Now you got to see anybody seeing any real news. If you look here, weak seasonality. That's 11/17. I had the stock market, but bulls have a good argument. Okay, I told you they're trying, but the bears right now seem to be in charge. Look what Grambo said. He just did a short on ES, and that's what's happening. People are shorting the market. All right, let's just put this at 450. Let's call 450. Let's if you're right below, but let's say that's the support. The real support is right here at 450, 10, 14, 15. It's right at the VWAP. All right, I just want to leave this at the 450. You can see it. And this here, again, look what's happening. Every time I got to lower this line, I know that the bulls are losing out and the bears are in charge. The bears are taking, and that puts us under the VWAP for 3 minutes. It's like if you go in the water for 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, what's going to happen? You run out of oxygen, and if you run out of oxygen, you're dead. You bad. Okay, now we're going to bring down the resistance above the, what do you call it? So 484, 50. Let's make this 485. That's where I said before it was going to go to. It went even higher, but I said before 485 was a target. I take the, and here was the other target, which we never reached on the upper, but you can see right now, I'm going to leave this. We have 250, 295. This is 252. So we're going to put this up to 252. But right now, let's make this 252.50. Boom, right there. Actually, I don't agree. I think it's more like 45. Shit. Okay. 50. Let's go back. Let's go here and put a 4 in there. Let's just see if it drops a little lower. Not much. Okay, and edit this one down. 252 to 253.75. Let's make it a little bit lower. Boom, right there on the tops. That was where our old resistance was. This might be, you see, it doesn't want to hold here. That's what I'm saying. Let's go to 35. I'm just tweaking it. It's probably 25. Boom, I like that. Okay, there's my Tesla. It's holding, but this stuff is not. And look at the reach down here. So NVIDIA is pulling back, and that's going to put our market with the SPY going down too. See, we were at 60. We were only at 60. That's where we were before, about 66. So this could be a bounce place. We're going to find out. Let's activate this and bring it down to about there. Where does that put me? 65. 482.65. 482. I hate to bring this down because I know where it's going. Let's just bring it to 484. Bring it down $1. That's right above the VWAP here. We're below the VWAP. We're below the VWAP. We're above. Okay, and the rest of them, we're below the VWAP on Meta, and we're above the VWAP. Wrong mouse. Sorry about that, folks. And we're above. What am I looking at? Deckmar spamming me again. Deck, stop it. I'm only playing. P&L of the day. No trades, no entries. Well, he didn't make anything. Wow. A blackboard. That's what I'm going to call that, the blackboard. Deck's blackboard is zeroed out. Come on, Deck. I don't blame you. He doesn't want to lose. I don't blame him. I'm not in anything either. Okay, let's bring this down. Meta now. I'm going to bring this down to about 298. 298 is going to be my support on Meta. Okay, 298. And that's going to bring my resistance down to, anybody who's watching this, 298, 299. Just $1. 299. $1 in the hole for so support and resistance. That's on Meta. Now we got AMD, also fallen, but above the VWAP. And we're going to put that down to 108.15. Could be 10, but I'm going to put 15, 108.15, and we're going to edit the top down. Whew, get very close, about 75. I've got to leave. That's only 60 cents. That's only 60 cents. And I think it's lower. 65. What did I just say? 75, 65. I'm going to bring it a little tighter. So AMD is real tight right now. Okay. It's actually lower. It's like within a 50 cents. I hate to do that. But that's really where we're at. 108.50. 50, 55. We're going to go down a little. I'm going to leave it at 65 on AMD. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I got this thing I was reading about today, and I got to find out. It says it might be a vitamin deficiency for your brain, and it's called Vita AE. And I'm going to find out what's in it, see if I can make my own vitamin mix. I do those things. And I'll play with it. Or if I can get the off a bottle, I can find a bottle. Look, it's one of those things. I don't know if it's you know, you're still short. How tall are you? 5'3"? I'm just kidding. I guess what's the name must be off by now is Kush. Because how many of you were in Kush's room before? When Kush leaves, I get his overflow, which is nice. Let's see. All right, there you go. Boom. Just give me a second. I'm doing a little reach out. Some of them went off. A lot of them went off. I can't believe it. Okay. I can't believe what's his name went off so quick. He's not showing up on mine. What happened to Caesar? Is he gone altogether? Oh, there he is. Okay. I guess he just went off for lunch. All right. Any questions? Yeah, buddy. He's cute. He's cute. Wow. Just the three of us right now. It's quiet out there. Is Dexter live? No, he's not. All right, leave that on for sound. All right. 6'5". Yeah, you ain't 6'5". In your dreams, buddy, you be walking up to the hoops and dropping it in. Rambo, come on, seriously, are you 6'5"? I didn't know they could pilot that high. 6'5". What are they feeding you? He says he's still short, but he's 6'5". Grandpa, are you kidding? Are you 6'5"? I love that movie. Are you kidding? I love that movie. I do. That was one of my all-time favorites. Well done. Well done. We think alike. We do. Let me tell you something. When I was in jail many years ago, I did a little stretch there in the feds. But I was out there with the boys, the boys, and I was getting good. They would teach me how to do layups, and I was skinny, so I was doing good. I was about 160 pounds, so I could really get in there. And I was learning how to do, I couldn't go through my legs and stuff like some of these tricks, but I was able to get there, turn around, and dribble that ball, and I could take shots. And I don't shoot like these guys do. I was like shooting like this, one hand. I just can't shoot with two hands. So, but I was doing good for a while. I had nothing else to do but read books and, wait for your court dates. I'm not going to go into it, so don't even ask me. That was over 20 years ago. How long? Let's see. 1998. I just sold my pawn shop, had all this money, and within 3 months, I went to jail, thanks to my ex-wife who died and stole everything from me. That was her plan. She was my soulmate. Can you imagine? She was my soulmate. But I was with her 8 years. My first wife, 8 years. And my second wife, we're going on 19 years. She's the love of my life. She is. I love being married, and I wouldn't know how to live without my cat, who shows me more love than anything on this earth. Unbelievable how an animal can love a human being so much. I even said to my wife, this little cat, this little tiny thing is costing us about $35 a month. That's $400 a year for another body, just for a little cat, one cat. But that's what it is. You know what? She's worth every penny. If someone said your wife or the cat, you got to get rid of one. Which one? You know what? I'm really going to miss her. They're both girls. Cat can't cook either. Okay, let's see what we got here. I will not be here Friday. My monthly doctor for pain management on Friday, so got to be there or don't get my prescription. At my age, you got to feel good. No, I got to stay out of pain, really. I was supposed to take the surgery last year, and I didn't do it. I still need it, and I'm getting worse. I'm scared. I really am. I'm not scared of the surgery or the anesthesia. I'm scared of the recovery, to be honest. It's so painful. I've had several surgeries already. I'm the real deal. And sitting in this chair is the worst thing for me. The worst. The worst. But I love you guys. You're my family. All 26 of you. Wait a second. Am I in here? All 25 of you. Austin Trader. Why do I sound? Austin Trader. Austin Trader. Let me see. Austin Trader. Did you used to be here a couple of years back? I just know there was a guy, Austin Trader, in here years ago. Is that you? Are you back? I knew an Austin Trader. Let's see. Have we ever spoke? Fish 777. I like that, Fish 777. Most people don't realize that 777 is God's favorite number. Did you know that? Anybody here know that? I do. A-U-S-T. I got Austin Baker. Day trader. What was his name? Wow. Let's see. Austin. I don't see his trade name. In the state of Florida? Nope. Different guy. I know back in time we had an Austin trader. He's not talking. He won't talk to me. Okay. Wow. That brings back a memory. Really does. Fish77. So he's a fisherman of men. Does anybody know Fish77? I know that's what it means. What's your name mean? See if I'm right. See if he'll answer me. Fish777. Okay, right now we're holding. We're in the middle of the channel. We don't want to buy in the middle of the channel. Oh, here's another thing. See this? We did have a push up right there. So we're going to move this. All right, how many of you are doing this right now? How many of you are making these trend lines? If you're not, I don't care if you're not trading, you should be doing this. When I don't even trade, I still do it. I go through all the actions because it's a good habit. If you get into good habits, you do good things. If you get into bad habits, it's very hard to get out of them. Okay, AMD now has, we're going to put 109 as resistance. 109. Okay, there's your resistance. And that's going to put your support now at 109. It's going to be very tight. I'm going to say 108. I'm going to go 45. I like that 45 area sometimes because when it drops down, actually it's probably closer to 108.50, but I'm going to leave it there. Doesn't look like much. Okay. 108.50. Okay. That one, I'm watching Meta, AMD, Tesla, NVIDIA. Does anybody here want me to look at any stocks? Any stocks you want me to look at? Fish77 won't talk to me. Dazzle's here. Hi, Dazzle. Did you just come in? Did we wake you up? I know she's probably at work. I'm going to meet you on the mountain one day. I'm going to meet Dazzle. She's so cute. I've seen the pictures. Okay. And Zuka-san. There's some new people here. Traded Dad. That person. Mogold. M-Guest. A lot of you, same people come. I don't know why. What you guys see in me. Or girls. Gals. I hope you're trending. Oh, I'm the only one around right now, so I get it. I'm just kidding. I used to draw a crowd. Taylor trader, no trades for himself yet either. Taylor's around. I like Taylor. Okay. And G Wright. Jack 717. 717. Jacksonville? Where's 717 area code? Aha. Maybe something. Let's see. Let me leave that up. Wikipedia, leave that up. Okay. Seven 717 is in Pennsylvania. Can you imagine Joe Biden and Fetterwoman from Pennsylvania as vice president? Ha! My God, I don't even think he shows up anymore. Another mistake. Boy, Pennsylvania had a chance to do the right thing. And what did they do? They screwed themselves big time. How you can put such an incompetent fool in there when you could have had, even Oz, he wasn't the right choice, but he would have been a lot better. He could have been like another Trump for Pennsylvania. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Having an energy bar. Can you feel me now? Still getting slightly wider. Still gonna leave my support. What is it? Let me get this back on. Remember to put the hand back, or things will change. That's the way you don't want them. All right, we got a couple of bottoms there. Let's go down a little bit to 55. 482.55. Put this on the bottom here, close here, and here. So we got three bottoms there at 55 or 50. We're very close. We're trying to hold on for like dear life. And the markets, see, they're hovering in that 60 to 70 area, 60 to 65 area. Everything's still in the red, but when you look at the map here, okay, let's open this up a little bit. Okay, what do we got here? There's a lot of red, right? Now, what we can do here, let's go down a little bit to make it smaller. There we go. Okay, I'll have to put that back. All right, so you can see this is very red. Look at your utilities, solid red. Farm and heavy equipment, industrial. That's not good. This is not good for this country. Real estate even down. The only thing we got going is the same as Microsoft and Tesla and Meta, which is, you know, what does this appear on your healthcare? United Health, Lilly, healthcare, drug manufacturer, Johnson & Johnson. You got Humana. Where's mine? Mine's not that big, huh? I don't see mine. I have Aetna. They're not on the 500. What's this little stuff in here? BIIB. They don't even have initials in there. Look at this. OGN. All right, so you can see what's happening in here. Put this back to where it was. And let's go back. And even on your stocks, went too far. I've been told that before. Active trader, you just went too far. Okay, we're going to put this back. I just want to take a quick look. And HSDT. HSDT. So I want to take a quick look at that. Okay, HSDT. And let's open this up properly. We have a date with HSDT. Pop, pop. Come on. And it says it's number one on the FinViz. Okay, put this into a 3-minute. All right, let's put this up and open slowly. See which way it goes. If I go the other way, if I go too far this way, it'll open the other way. See? It's like no middle. So you can see it had a low here. See, there's your fake out because it went down. Then all of a sudden, at about 9, 10 o'clock, it gets that 10 o'clock rush. But if you look at the stock, was there any news? Nothing. 906, 1019. Helios Medical, here's where we get it. Shares halted on circuit breaker to upside. So there was a halt, but do we see any reason for it? So if I go now, nobody's put anything on the board here. I'll put it up there so I can click on it. HSDT number one in FinViz. And then you can all look at it. So there we go. Now I can click on it. And when I go into statistics on this, all right, I'm not opening it for the crowd. I'm just going to do it a little quicker this way. And I see it's got a float of only 552,000. There's your reason right there. Okay, maybe I should open it here. I'm going to show you something. All right, I will. I'm going to open it here. All right, watch. You open a stock, and if people put it on the board correctly, you can open it up, go into statistics. The first thing you do, come on, and then you go down, and you'll see the float right there. See it? 552,000. That's a 500,000. Next thing, go back, and then look down here for your news. And there it is 5 hours ago. So with good news, okay, with good news and a very low, it leads to a stock that actually has a run. And it's up $4.90. So at an open yesterday, previous close on Friday was 738. With an opening this morning, jumped to 10. That's ahead. That must be inside buying or something. Okay? What the heck is that? That's familiar. Okay, and then you can see, so if when 887, it says days range, so it dropped right off the bat in the morning, and then it went up another, $5. So that was a good stock. That was a good stock. And it still might run again. I expect a little pullback on that. That's a stock worth watching. And as far as, let me see something. Yeah, here it is, number one. No shares to borrow, so you cannot short it. All right. So here's a stock worth watching. I think at 12 o'clock, I think I'm going to bring everything to a 3 minute for now. Okay? That changes everything. There we go. That's 3 minute now. We're on a 3 minute. Now we'll be able to see the whole day. And let's go back on this one. Because you're at the top here. You reach the upper VWAP, 13 and change. Pull back to the 13. So if you want to trade the stock, I don't know if it's still in a halt. Let me just check real quick. I'm going to check my halt. Yeah, trade halts. And for anybody who doesn't know how to do that, and there's another stock, OPTDU, that's halted a bunch of times today. So UPTDU. UPTDU. Okay, and here's your halt website. HPTD. What was I just saying? HPDTU. I forgot already. I have the memory span of a. Let's see if I was right. UPTDU. U. Copy. And let's go into here. Here. Put a $sign. And this stock here. Let's see what's going on with this. That one there is, oh, it's down. So I don't know why it keeps halting. $20 down to 16 on an open, trying to get back up. And Trader Acquisition Corp, extension of the deadline for initial business combination. And let's see, just for curiosity, it's got a float of 79,000. That's nothing. One buyer can move this thing. One buyer. Let's see. 79,000. Yeah, it's volume. Yeah, average volume 930, volume 1960. Be careful. Don't even touch that thing. Don't go near it. You can lose your money very quickly. Somebody's waiting. It's like a bait. They're gonna bait you to get in there. Don't do it. I'm taking it off of that. I don't want anybody going in there. But it was in the whole thing, so leave it out of there. AMD just shot through the roof a few minutes ago. I wasn't watching. That's what happens. I get busy with other stuff. Let's go over right now and look at AMD. Okay, and let's go enter. And I hate this. I don't know what the heck. Not that. This. Okay, that's plus. Shit. I cannot win. So look at that. It reached, look at it. It's through the roof. New highs. Edit. So what do we got here? Went up $2. 111. And let's leave it there for a second. See where it puts me. 111 and 45 cents is a high. But right there, 111, 110.80, right there. It's going to run one more time. We got 108. Let's say 111.45. I like there's that 45 again. Let's hit that 45 there. And then put this down to 110.50. Put this up, I mean. So we got one, see this? 111. Let's just put this at 110. See where it sits on the, there you go. Perfect. Because we're right below that. No, we're not. There's your 13. 109.50. This could pull back hard and fast. I still think 109.50. I'm going to stick with my thought. I don't know why it's going up like that. We're going to find out in a second. See if it's being pumped. 109, look at that. Okay, 109.50. I want it here by the 13 explanation. Because if it pulls back, that's where about where it's going to go. And we're going to take this one back to the 1 minute. All right? I want to get more of a real look at why. Let's try to put this center and then hit the plus. See which way it takes me. I'd rather go that way anyway. Still jump. What's happening? There we go. Coming back down to the upper VWAP plot. See? So it reached your upper VWAP a couple times. Hit it. Came back down. It hit it. It was right there in the morning. Came down to the lower VWAP. It's acting like the SPY axe. And it came back up to the upper VWAP. Back down. It bounced above the VWAP itself. Again, came up. Now here's your 13. I can raise this now. I can raise my support because on the 1 minute it's different. And you can't really tell in the 3 minutes. So I can see now that we're higher. It's about 109. And I think I was right. Remember I said 110? I think I was correct. So if you look at it on the 1 minute, it's right at the 13. And there's your pullback, and we want to see it bounce at the 110. Let's see what happens. You with me? These are the best. And I get another bite of my nutrition bar. Okay. I got to show you what I'm eating. I don't want to be rude. How we doing here, folks? I'm going to put this one back for a second. So HSDT is still good as far as stocks. If you're watching stocks right now, HSDT. And remember, we said HSDT only has a 550,000 float. So be careful, but you can make some money on that baby. Right now it's up $4.87. Then we've got Meta, which is up $202.17. Then we got, let's see, okay, AMD, which is up only 30 cents at the moment, but it's trying, and there's your pullback even below the support. That's why originally I said 109.80. Isn't that where I put it? It's actually 75. So we're going to drop that down a little bit. Okay, let's even activate it. We're pulling back. So you know what? That's a lot of manipulation right there, is what I say. A lot of manipulation. But so 12 o'clock, there was something out. Jim Cramer. Oh, Cramer. Cramer says one thing, it goes the other. Jim Cramer highlights chip designer ARM's ties to all King NVIDIA, why he expects IPO fireworks. Wow. I used to watch that guy, Jim Cramer. 11:59 says Advanced Micro Device shares trading higher. Dr. Lisa Su, Chairman and Chief Executive, now presenting at the Goldman Sachs. 11:56. I'm just reading the stuff, the news. And then China, 40 billion chip investment. Challenges NVIDIA, signals resilience against U.S. embargo. So right now, China's going to come, and it's our worst enemy. They've stolen all technology and resources, and now they're going to try to use it against us. And they're doing a great job doing it. Got some leadership there that should not be pooed or underlooked. You know, the Democrats kept saying, Russia, Russia, Russia. Look where Russia's been the last 2 years, 3 years, fighting Ukraine. And what are we doing? We're fighting Russia through Ukraine. That's not diplomacy. There's no way to, I understand what they're doing, but that's what happens when you have a weak leader. Very weak. These things are so good. My room looks great. I painted it. This paint had no smell. Non-smell. How they do that? They took the smell out of paint. Okay. We're going to bring this down a little bit. Let's bring this to 25. Let's go to 35 for a second. 35. No, I think I had it right. 25. Oh, shit. Okay. 111.25. Even lower. A little lower. Make it 15. I'm just tweaking it just to see really where we're at. Okay. And here we got 110. What do we got? 110. 25. 110. See if we can hold this place. I'm going to put it at 20. Oh, look at that. There's the drop. It's not holding. Not holding. So we're going to use the 13 exponential. So I'll just put it back to 110. There you go. We got to see if this can hold 110. Everything else is still where it's at. All right. This shows it might be going up soon. Tesla. Tesla is 259.75. Let's see. 252.75 is support. right there. And then resistance, 250. We're gonna leave it at $1. It's a little bit lower at the moment, like 55. Let's see if Tesla can get back in there. 255.47. I have 255, 255. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I think still that's the designation for Tesla and AMD. Unbelievable, off the charts again. Oh no, it's just my chart's off. My chart was off the chart. Okay, AMD there, that's fine. And what else? So NVIDIA. Let me take a look at NVIDIA for a second. I have it on 1 minute up here. Okay. Activate that. Let's do this. And this one here. Activate that to here. Got much wider. So if I bring it back to NVIDIA for a second, I know we're watching AMD. All right, NVIDIA. Look at it, disappeared. There it is. Okay. I hate this. Show prices percentage. Okay. There's one. One more. Two. Better. Yeah, I widened it out a little. I widened it out. I think it's going to start squeezing really soon. Let's activate that. Put that to right above the VWAP right there. And let's take this one here. And what we're going to do real quick is I think it's going to squeeze. And I think this is what we're going to say. It's still coming down. But let's see if I put one of these in here, my trend line from there, that way. Gotta keep it. Where's my 13 exponential? Right there. All right, so I'm going to keep it right about like there. Okay, let's cancel the left. You see where I came from? And here, we're going to cancel the right. So you can see where I left off. A little further. Let's just bring this down to right above the VWAP, like that. Okay, perfect. So I think this is the squeeze now. And you see we're in a very tight channel. We've been in this channel since about 11:30. I think maybe around 12:30. We're 50 minutes away. I think we see some action. It's getting wider and wider. Now, if I take this in a little bit, because that was like an oversell. I think it was an oversell. It's not the real deal. I think this is more the real deal, like this. Bring it like that. Okay. But still, you can see, this is trying to push up, and this is, you can see from where we were before. So if I extend this to the right, you can see that's where our day was going until we had this huge drop right here. Okay? So everything it gained, it lost. So we're doing the active steps right now, here and here. Because if you look from the day, all right, this is down here, what we want to do is we want to take this, let's activate this, and push it up to there, all right? And forces where it all meets up. Bingo, right there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cancel the right there. So you see, there's your active step from the beginning of the day. Nope, see, it moved. The whole thing moved from here. That's weird. Let's take this, activate it. Let's see if I can get to the beginning of my day. I can. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this line here. Remove the drawing. And this went to 478.60. Let's see. 4. Oh, wow. It's right on, I think. There we go. So from there, come on. Oh, remember to push this back here. 478.60. We want this to meet up where that one is. You can see there's two arrows here, black and there we go. All right. There's another black arrow here. You got black and red. See, I can see them. I don't know if you can. Here's another one. You can see it, black and red. Every time it does that, look what happens. Every time it does that, look what happens. So you can see this TTM Squeeze Pro is better than the actual TTM Squeeze. Because remember, I put this back in here, but you see it right here. When this came all the way down, I always tell you, when you hit a low, whenever you hit a new low, go the other way. Whenever you hit a new higher day, most of the time you can go the other way. But sometimes the stock's still moving. There's always going to be slight pullback. There's nothing goes straight up. There's always going to be something. Reminds me of the song "The Climb." There's always going to be another. How's that go? There's always going to be another. Reminds me of "The Climb." That's so weird. I'm talking and "The Climb" comes in. I can't almost see it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. There's always going to be another mountain. I'm always going to want to make it move. I'm always going to be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm going to have to lose. I love that, you know? I love "The Climb." I guess I love Miley. Miley's so hot. Anyway, let's go and put this up to there. So now we have 254.25 as our resistance point in Tesla. We might hit my high. I might get it. I only hit one today so far. Huh. Look what Dexter said. He goes, imagine we're storm chasers and we're looking for the next big tornado. Okay? Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna mount and make it move. I'm always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. And I'm telling you, it's about patience. And when it comes to stock trading, it's not about how many trades I do in a day. It's about what trade I made to be the perfect trade. You know, I used to have this thing. Let's see. I'm going to find it. And I remember what it is. It was a motivational. I have a whole motivational thing. Okay. And it says, don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. So we are waiting for that perfect. We're waiting for that right time to take that moment at that time and make it the perfect trade. All right. And look at Tesla right now, folks. Active trader put it way before all this stuff here. And I put this up here at 255. And look where we're at now. Okay. So I think I was right. That's the only one I picked today and said it's going places. And right now we are at 254.70 at the moment. We hit 254.70. Look how close. We were 30 cents away from my target. You think we're going to hit? Let's go back to NVIDIA for a second. And I'm going to activate this. And I'm going to bring this back up to everything moved. I don't like that. Right there. All right, let's take this one. Put it back there. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's perfect. And this one here can actually extend to the right. I don't know why I took it off. There you go. That's better. Much better. See what's happening here, folks? You see what happened? And you can see now this is being pushed down at the moment. All right. So what we'll do is we're going to move that right to there. And eventually, if it comes down, this will extend to the right. And we'll get rid of that line. So that's how much. This is where we're at now for the full day. This is where we're at the moment, right there. I'll leave them both. Is that too confusing for you? I mean, I can leave them for me. I understand. But do you understand why we do that active step? It shows us the actual squeeze play at the moment, up and down, but within the channel. We want to look at that within the channel. This is what we're looking at right now. This is the important part right there. Okay? And that's why I usually take this away. So you see the active step. So I cancel the right. And now you're looking at the active step on both sides. Because this one here, remember, this one here, if I extend it to the right, that's how far we came down. And this one here, that's how far we came up. You understand? And that's why this stuff works. because even if you walk out of the room right now and you come back, you can see which way it went while you were gone. Look loud. I just remember I'm talking to you, and bingo, look at this. We hit 255. So we just hit my target. Active trader does it again, does it again. All right. Nobody knew when we were down here at 252.07, and I put it way before that. I was down around here when it came back here and did this. That's when I said at 251 and change. That's when I said it's going to hit 255, and there it is. Now I can take a break. It's 12:20, and I've hit my target. And of course, if we keep going, what's the next target? You're asking me? I think we'll have a pullback somewhere around the line, but I'm going to say 255 and 75 cents right now. So let's edit this and put 75 cents at the end of it. And that would be a lot of resistance and the next target, which will be your upper view up right there. There's a good chance we could hit this. All right. Right now, we're going to move our resistance up to 255. All right. And 25 cents. There you go. And 25 cents. And then we're going to make our support at 254. Edit. See? Real simple. How do I come up with those numbers? Because I know to always leave about $1.25 in that channel. And there it is. And actually, this could be higher. It could be more like 254.50. So I'm going to do like I always do. 254 and 45 cents. And we'll be under the 13. And you can see, this is where I think we're going here. And then expect a huge pullback. Now, look at the resistance here. You can see what happened? We pulled up to there. All right? So what do we want to do right now? We want to activate that and put it up to the high point. You can see the spread now. It's getting wider. All right? But as each time it gets wider, it's pushing up. This next will push up. I'll either have to do another step or I'll have to move the whole line. All right? So right now you can see what's happening here. Come on. Sometimes you got to do this so you can do this. All right? And here's our SPY. You can see on our SPY, as long as it's moving up, let's activate it and put it right to about there. So I can just even it off now and say 65. All right, so we got 450.65. That's going to put us above the VWAP. 450.65. Come on. 450.65 is going to be. I don't want to do it that way. Hold on. 450.65. Let's activate this. Just put it right above the VWAP. So we're going to put this at 450.15. Just so we're right at the VWAP, because the VWAP is going to be the pullback. It could go a little higher, but I want to give you more of a channel. Right now you see at the top of the channel at 450.65, but your resistance really is going to be around 75. Right now it's at 65, but we're climbing. So I would say that the next step, the biggest amount of resistance is going to be right here at 450.75, and then we might expect some pullback. If we take a look at FinViz right now, remember before we were at 60, 65, now we're down at around 40. So you can see the market's starting to pull back a little bit. Doesn't go straight up. It was just a 40. Now it's a 41.60. So it goes up and down. We're going to try to see if by the afternoon maybe we can get into the positive of the market. But right now we've been negative all day. All right. And look at this, folks. Second time. Here we go. Bam. It hit. If I go into times and sales, you'll see 75 was hit. Where is it? Come on. Come on. I know it hit. It looked like it hit. Had it hit. Where was I? Working. There we go. There we go. I see it. 74, 75. I saw 76 in there. 76. Where is it? 72. The other way. All right. 75. I just saw it again. 73, 4. Come on. 74. I hit. Does anybody doubt that I hit my target? So I called that next target and told you there'd be a lot of resistance there. There's 75 right there. 74.99. But I did see 75, so it's there. Might have hit twice. There we go. 77. Bingo. All right. So 75, 76. There was a hit. It went exactly where I said it would go. And I said it would pull back the minute it hit that resistance. And it's exactly what it did. Another one. That's 2. That's really 3 for the day. But 2 on this one. Now, where will it go? I surmise as long as the market keeps going up, it'll pull back a little bit. And I think the next step is, well, 256. It's 90, but I'm going to just say 256. Okay? It's just the common area where it's going to try to hit. It could fall short of that. Look at that. And it might fall short at around 89, 90 to 95. It may never hit that. So be careful. So here's your pullback. All right. Another thing is I got to change the contracts right now. So let me go brush my teeth. No, I'm just kidding. Let me just change this contracts. All right. That's what I need to do. All right. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. All right. So let me change this stuff right now to represent what is happening now. Bear with me a second. All right. SPY is 450 and 451. That hasn't changed. Might be good. Next one, SPX. That's the only one I can't see. I'm willing to bet it's the same. Okay, sorry about that, folks. My throat. Meta, SPX. Come on, where are you? Here we go. Boom, boom. Come on, open. Boy, that's slow. All right, we got 45.05 and 10. 45.05. Okay, 40. It didn't move much. Went down. 05 and the 15 went to 10. To 10. Okay. Next, we've got NVIDIA. NVIDIA is at 485 on the call. That went down a little. Say 485. And 482.50. Perfect. Next one. That's on the 8th, those contracts. AMD. AMD is 1010 on the call. 109 on the put. Next one is Tesla. Tesla is 257.50. That went up. 257. And 255. 255.0. Okay, next one. And these are all on the 8th. And it is Meta. Meta. Did you Meta? 300 is 300. So that one comes down. 300 on the call. And 297.50. 297 and 50 cents. And there's your contracts for right now. Okay? They've been carefully picked for you. 2 people left while I was doing the contracts. Where are you gonna find better? Where are you gonna find better than what's going on right now, folks? You're not. Listen, I don't think anybody else is even live at the moment. Hold on, Deck's not there. Who's there? Come in. Well, yeah, let's see. AK came on. Let's see. What's he talking about? Which stock? AMD. We're already talking about that. Nice of you to join us. AMD. What else? Yeah, buddy. He's been going strong all day. That and then. Okay, so AK decided to join us. And okay. Okay. All right, that's down. Let's go back here. How am I doing? And 2 great calls on Tesla. And Deck came back for lunch break, huh? Wonder why. Talking spreads. What's the buy price? What's the sell price? What's the spread? What's the spread? Okay, everything we're talking about. 28. Look what we got here. Here's another pull down. If you're doing your trend lines like you should be, you'll see what's happening here right now. Put that right over there. So you see how it's getting tighter? With that active step, you can see now, okay? You can see what's happening here. And it's starting to push down a little bit. So that's going to put us down to the lower part of our support, which I think should say 483. Let's go up 480. Let's go to 75. See where that puts us. Okay, right there. 483.75, 482.75, and 484. It's $1.25 in this channel. All right, it's important to know what that is. So when you look at it, you can say, where am I in the channel? So we hit a bottom. When we hit that, was a good time for the call on NVIDIA. This here is still dropping. Wait till it drops. When it hits its point where it seems to return, then grab your contract, especially on SPX. Now you can see here on this, on the resistance, it went up. And we went to about 75. So let's take this and put it on 75. That's 255.75. All right, 255.75. And let's go to 254.75. Leaves us $1 in that channel. We would really like to have $1.25, but I think it's still climbing. And there, 256 could be that next hit. That would make 3 hits on Tesla. So far, and a quick look, 40, 41, 59, just jumped. That means the markets just went down. Or it was going down and it just cleared itself. But it went down, no, it cleared itself. We're starting to go back up again. So watch that really carefully. Watch that, because Tesla make that move, a quick, hard move to hit that 256. Okay, and we'll see what it brings with it at the same time. Whether it be Meta, whether it be like Meta just jumped. Meta did jump. It's funny I should say that, because Meta just went to about 299.75. You can just surmise that if that says 299.75, then we know that 300 is the point. That is our target, is 300. And my support now is going to be 288, 299. Let's put it to 299 on support on Meta. Let me see what it brings me. It's a little too high. I think, well, it's $1. I'm going to bring it down a little bit to 298.75. I want to leave with Meta 298.75. $1.25 in the channel. Yeah, I like it. It's closer to the VWAP. All right, and what do we got here? NVIDIA. I've already got that down there. I can change that here. What I'm doing is watch the lines move just slightly. And that's bam. Okay, so I moved it a little bit. Still in the 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm going to bring the SPY back to 1 minute. I'm not in anything, so 1 minute, it's easier to watch it. If you're in a stock, you want to be in the 3 or 5 minute right now, okay? You'll trade better because you won't get scared out every time it drops a little bit. So it definitely is a plus to learn to trade that way, believe me. Right now, you can see that our support has come up. So our support now is somewhere around, come on. Let's make that 35. You know what? I like the 30. I'm going to leave it on 30. And then right there, there's the top, is 450.75. Is that correct? Yep. I'm going to leave it. So it only leaves 45 cents in this channel. That's it. Very, very tight. But the way the SPY moves, it moves that way. 20, 30, 35. And bingo, here's another hit on Tesla. So I hit the 256. So there's another hit. If you're following me today, you would have had three of them so far where you could have collected. 256. Where is it? Let's see. Where is it? Did I miss it? Come on. Come on. Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. Look, bingo. Look at the amount of shares that right there that were bought. When it did that, bingo. It did hit that. I saw 250, 260 somewhere. 250, 98, 99. I know I saw it hit. I know it hit. Close enough. But I know it hit. I saw it one shot. I saw 250, 256. Here it is. Bingo. All right, 256 right there. So I hit the target again. That's 3 times. I got to clap for myself. I'm going to get the clap. And that, I'm not going any further on that because I'll put it up to put it out of the way, but that's it. I'm not saying it's going to hit 256.50, which would be the next way up. But right now, I did hit the first 3. And that's going to put my resistance now, as you can see, about right there, which is on 256. Perfect. And that's going to bring this at 56. Just make it 255. Keep $1 in the channel. And you can see we're pulling back. I told you it would hit there and it would start to pull back. That's exactly what's happening. So Tesla was an easy call for me today. I wish I was in it. I've been too busy doing other things. All right. Think it's going to try and get another mountain? Look at that. 256.25. 256.25. Look at this. There's your resistance now. There's your resistance. 30, 35. See? 35. Next shot, 50. It's going to hit. It's going to hit. Next one's 50. It's going to hit. That'll make 4. But I didn't really call. I knew it would go if it went. It would go hit it, and it just did. Tesla was an easy call. Also, Meta. Meta's gone up with it. So Meta just hit about 300. Remember before I said if Meta was going to go anywhere, I said it was going to hit 300. I just didn't draw it out. And it just hit it. 300. Easy call. These are marks. These are good marks. Same thing with NVIDIA. NVIDIA just hit where? So you can see NVIDIA just hit what? 484.30. What do we have? 484. And let's say 30 cents. 84. So the next step would be 484.50. I think we just hit it. There we go. Right through it. Right through it. So you can see what's happening is the bulls have taken over. Okay? And there we go. This is what we were waiting for. That's what we're waiting for, was the bulls. Okay? You see what's happening? And my steps are moving even further up. So we hit 50, and I think 50, 55 is where we have a lot of resistance right now. But if we keep moving, look at this thing. So where's the next step? Our market should just about be in the plus now. Nope, still down, because the SPY is still down itself. It's reflecting not just these two, but it's reflecting the overall markets right now. If you take a quick look, all right, so it's not enough for these 3 to push it. There's still too much red here, and that's keeping us in the minus. All right. Now, I'm not saying this one's going to hit, but again, I got to put it out of the way. And I'm going to pay $257, even though 75 would be the next one right there. And right now, we're at 250. Look at this thing. We're still creeping up. 6, let's just say 50. A lot of resistance at 50. It did hit 60, but there's a lot of resistance there. And look at NVIDIA, still going. What a monster. Does the monster mash. See? Going up, up, up. Let's put this at 75. Resistance. We're at 85. 90. Let's just say 485, and there we go. There's the hit. That's another one I said before, but I didn't draw it. I said 485. That's going to put this right between the VWAP. Let's say 484. I want to leave it right below the 13. It's right at it, which is good for me. Good. Now, if you want to see something, watch this. Let's take this step. Let's first of all, we don't know where it's at, so we're going to activate it. It's perfect. It really should be right there. Okay. It's still not right. This mouse. It's done its job. It's time for a new one. They cancel right. And then again, we're going to do one more active step from here. Now, like this. And you can see the squeeze. You want to bring it right to the side of the VWAP. Cancel the left. That one's already canceled. And there you go. And you can see it's pushing up. And you can see the bulls are pushing it up. Remember to put the hand back. SPY's trying to push. Tesla, a lot of resistance at 58, 55. I'm still going to leave it at 50 for now. Oh, good. She-Hulk. Good call. And I called it 3 times. All right. That's the only one I've drawn the upper target. And it's 3 for 3. Probably going to hit a 4th one, but I'm not saying it's going to go that high. Is there any news to back it? Your weekly tech, Elon Musk calls. See? 26. Elon calls. All right. And go to there at the time of 26. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Where is it? 22, 3, 4 drops. Here it is. Bingo. Elon Musk talks, calls Burning Man best art on the earth, despite chaos in the mass. I can't believe it. Everybody's watching this stuff to see what it is. Can't have anything electrical. You got to be on a bicycle. And they burned the man. It's the Burning Man. And then the floods, I think, kept them from getting out. And people were stuck for like 48 hours because of the mud. That'll teach them. Okay. It's lunchtime. Good for you, She-Hulk. She-Hulk. Are you a bodybuilder? Let's see pictures. A picture tells 1,000, what does it say? 1,000 words. A picture. Picture this. I picture that. Do we picture the same thing? No, she does not. She just likes the Hulk. Does your hubby work out? That what makes you the She-Hulk. If he's Hulk, She-Hulk. Where people come up with their names, it's amazing. You know how I got the active trader? I was in here and seeing here says active trader. And one day I went, it's a great tool. We use the active trader for trading. And I said, this is fantastic. I wonder if anybody has that name. And I used to be named Scooter Pie. I started here at 64, so it was Scooter Pie 64. 64, so 63 really. 64, 65, 66, and then boom. I think it's 65 I found active trader. Like just changed over and it became more professional. The next thing I know, old Jed's a millionaire. Kinfolk said, Jed, get away from there. And Dex said, you moderator. He made my name yellow. Nobody here, Grambo's the only one who stood up and and started writing and started putting stuff on the board. And he doesn't even do options. So that's why his name changed color and he became a moderator here. That's how it happens when you start putting things on the board and you start getting involved. You get certain privileges. Okay. Futures are the way. They're the way to the future anyway. But regardless of whether you do futures or not, what I put out here for options directly affects what futures you can do anyway. But I could do ES, but just follow the SPY. ES follows the SPY, doesn't it? Yes, but QQQ follows the SPY. If QQQ is going up, right? Wow, look at HSDT, folks, up to just hit $5 for a second. HDT. Please, when you do me a favor, when you put things on the board, Do it this way. It's important. Oh shit! Don't do it that way. My number sign. Hold on. Don't do it that way. Do it this way. I meant like that, so people can actually click on it, and then they can open it and say, "Oh, look at that! QQQ. It's going. It's up $1. But let's say it's QQQ. Let me see this. It's hard to see it on the chart that way. What is it? SQQQ and QQQ. TQQ and SQQQ. That's the ones I used to watch. Yeah, SQQQ, TQQQ, and QQQ. Those are your Qs. So watch your P's and Q's. F the slow lunge pump out. Keep on watch. Potential pop 58. It's slower days. I imagine pump and dump starting. So pump and dump, stay away from them. By the time you find out, look what's happening here with Tesla, folks. Look at this touch right there. 257. I know we didn't touch it yet, but we got very close. All right. So bring it back here for a second. Here we go. There we go. I saw it. 90 something. Come on, where is it? Where is it? I saw 90. Come on, come on, come on. Here we go. 81, 3, 5. Come on. I saw 90. I know I'm not dreaming. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. When I tell you I see something, there it is. There's your 90. Get any higher? Look at the buy. Look at the buy trying to push this thing. That's a lot of shares. Okay. 91. Right. So that puts us, there's your high right there. All right. So that put us about 8 cents, 9 cents away from another upper target. Do you think it's going to hit? I do. It's got to hit. It's got to. That'll be the fourth one. See what's happening? We're moving up. Look at NVIDIA. Activate this and move this. Oh, shoot. I hate when that happens. Leave it there. Boom. Okay. Try it one more time. Just got to go. Ugh, it's not working. There we go. We want to push that up a little further. You see the squeeze? See what's happening here? See the squeeze? Squeezing up. Because if we stay with our first original line, watch where it puts us. Extend to the right. And that means the squeeze. And there's probably going to be another squeeze when these two connect. But right now, look what's happening. We've got 3. Look. Extend to the right. Boom. And now this one. Another step up. So you see what's happening? I wish I could make those protractor lines. So you can see with an arrow up, and you see the push, pushing up, up. You get it? You see what I'm doing and why? I'll leave the bottom one in there. Let's cancel the right extension on this and leave the original. Does this make sense? Why am I losing my voice? I can't take this. It's the caffeine. Caffeine is not my friend. One of those crunches, I don't think they have any caffeine in them. This is frustrating. I gotta check out that new vitamin. It's called VIT. Where is it? VITA. There it is. AE. What's in it? Okay. Biflammable folate, cognizant citrulline, carnitine, and microactive CoQ10. All right, I'm already taking the CoQ10. Bioavailable folate. So folate and cognizant. Let's see. When used together in the right amounts, these ingredients can result in a number of potential benefits. Let's open this label up. Saying Vita reviews negative side effects or real benefits. It's an anti-aging clinical research formulation by Sane Laboratories for old people to keep them sane. This is funny. 8-ingredient brain boosting blend makes this therapeutic grade nutraceutical. Nootropic, one of the best options for fear, focus, mental energy, can make you feel by alleviating brain fog naturally. But it's the same Vitae supplement worth it, or are there negative effects? Who's putting this out? Marketing by Kevin. Here it is. Here's the bottle. Wow. Sane Laboratories. Wow. 45 pills, 100 milligrams. I want to see the back part. Show me the back of the label. I'll make my own. It may be the perfect anti-aging formulation for you. For you. For me? No, for you. Sorry, folks. I'm getting carried away here. I'm trying to stay young and beautiful. I get more years with you guys. Let's see. So we got to pull back here to where? 256.08, 256.20. Still, I'm going to leave it 256.50. 56.50, 256.50, 255.50. That puts us in a dollar channel. Boom. Let's go to 75. Should put us right around there. Wow, it's 95. So let's put it to 256. Let's make it 255.95. There you go. And 256. Right there. 256.70. Tweaking it just a little bit, as Florida Georgia Line would say, just a little bit. And here you can see we pulled back, but we had 485. 485. What do I got? 485. 485. Make it 25. 85, 25, and make this one here 484 and 20 cents. See what that does. Tweak. I don't like it. It's right to the bottom with this drop, but not including the doji. I think I'm going to leave it at the 484. I think that's where we're at. I mean, nothing to do. You just sit here and tweak these things out. Now you can see what happened when there was the pullback. This dropped back to here. So do we need this? Watch this. See this line here? Let's complete it to the right, and boom. We don't need this extra step anymore at the moment. So remove the drawing. So we're right there. You can move it a little bit, just a little bit. Let's take this here and move it to right about there. It's perfect. We no longer need that extra step. See it? And that, unless it pulls back down, we lose the right extension. Okay? You see what's happening here? You understand why we do what we do and why I do this? And if you're new, think of it, a joystick trader. Well, back you mentioned you owned a condo. I do. I'm in it right now. Can you talk a little about owning a condo versus a house? Would you recommend someone to buy or rent out a condo versus a home? What state or city should someone buy a condo in to rent out? Okay. There's many ways to attack that joystick. All right. Number one, depends on your age, how old you are, if you have children. If you're in your 50s, can you give me an idea of your age range? Then I can tell you. And tell me what state you live in now. That's all I'm going to ask you. Give me about your age range. Like just write 50 for 50s, 40 for 40s, 30 for 30s, and children, yes, children, no. So it all depends on your circumstances. I love living in a condo. I've been here 20. There are pluses and minuses. Can I use a barbecue grill? No, but it's a lot healthier not to. All right? I found other alternatives. I can go to my cousin's house or my daughter-in-law's house to a barbecue anytime I want. But there are certain advantages, certain disadvantages. Certain states, all right? depending on your political views, okay? I could never live in California. I would be in a fist fight too often. I could never live in New York. There's too many idiots. See, you're 28, Los Angeles, no children. Okay, fine. Number one, you live in a state that thinks like an idiot. No offense. You got a governor who is the worst governor in the country, okay? Newsom. He's terrible, all right? He's destroying the state of California. You've got the highest taxes. Even Elon Musk said, I had enough of California and went to Austin, Texas, okay? Now, Austin itself is a very liberal area. Now, I don't know if you're a liberal or if you're a conservative, but I take that into consideration when I think about a place I want to live. I don't know how anybody would want to be a liberal today, because if you're a moderate liberal, you're not standing with the liberals anymore. You're standing with the conservatives. So you got to say, what do I want from this country? I would get out of Los Angeles, first of all. It's not that it's a terrible place to live. It's dirty. It's disgusting. Los Angeles, I mean, what do you call it? It's even worse. San Francisco. It's not a good thing all along. You're working for the government. Is what you're doing. So I would think from your standpoint, not to get too far away, I'd get off the West Coast. I know it's beautiful. It is gorgeous there. Um, if not, then a condo towards the beach or whatever. At 28, I don't know, condo, apartments. You know what? It depends on your income too. If you're making over $100,000 a year, you should definitely think of owning. But right now, look at the interest rates. So unless you can have enough cash to buy a piece of real estate for cash at this point, I'd stay away from buying. Also, rents are very high in Los Angeles. So you're still young. You have no children. Are you married? Is your wife working? Are you looking to have children in the future? I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. At 28, I loved living in a house. I had a beautiful house in Oakland Park, Florida, in Coral Heights. I had 2,800 square foot house, which was plenty. I had a beautiful backyard, no people, nobody on three sides of me. So, depends what you want out of life. I'm a farmer. I love animals. I had rabbits. I raised rabbits. I've raised birds. I have fish. I mean, I'm into nature. I love my cat. I love a dog. And women are good too. I keep a few women in the house. And they gotta like each other. Just kidding. I'm a one-on-one guy. I really am. I talk the talk, but really, I've always been one-on-one. I've been married 3 times. And the third one, I'm married now. And I don't fool around. I talk the talk, but I don't fool around. I'm a kidder. Did I answer your question? Joystick? Is he even still here or did he run? I scared him. Or her. Nope, still listening. Jack 717. What's up? Joystick, are you here? Let's see if I still got internet here. I'm having bad signal problems. They sold me a new part and the Ethernet part's broken. It's not clicking in. I don't want to touch it. It seems to be working right now. Let's see. I'm doing a speed test. And it looks like it's moving. Wow, hit over 300, 340, 360, 370, 350, 370. I'm doing good. 354. Come on, stay over 300. Stay over 300. 297. Boom. 280. 277. So it's quick enough. 282. Okay, let's get out of there. Let's get out of it. Nothing is halted right now. 1118. So let's get out of there. That UPTDU keeps halting. I'd stay away from it. We already saw it only has like 12,000 shares being traded. Stay away from it. And what else is new here? Get rid of this. Okay. That I need. This I need. You know what I forgot today? And I apologize. I forgot YouTube. I forgot to say hello to my YouTubers. Let me copy that. Let's add another one. Put it in here. There's probably not a lot watching. Let's see. Right now, we've got only 5 people watching. I got 4 heads up. Okay. We'll make it 5 for me. David, just like trading, how did I win? I want to do it again. Wow, good. David. Welcome, David, if you're still here. You can join me anytime if you want in YouTubers can come into Tradecaster and do a trial for 7. I would start it on a Sunday night, and then you quit it if you don't want to do it or you don't want to have to pay yet. You just quit it Sunday morning, and you're out of it, and they won't charge you. They won't charge you until you hit your 7th day on the same hour that you paid. That's when you'll get hit. So I did that for a long time. I started creating a lot of email accounts because that's what it runs off of. But for someone who's getting into real estate investing, is it a good idea to buy a condo so someone else can live in it and pay you money? Yes and no. Yes, it can be, but right now is not a good time. Right now, real estate is so high that eventually what's going to happen? It's going to come down. So do you want to sink a lot of money, and even if you have the cash to buy real estate, when you pay $400,000 and then in 2 years it could be worth $200,000? That's number one. Number two, check the rules. They have something called Robert's Rules. Robert's Rules for houses in areas that have a membership or some sort of that have a maintenance fee for the whole complex. And they have Robert's Rules for condos. And in that particular condo, like the one I live in, you can buy a condo, but you can't rent it out for 1 year. You need to check into these things. So yes and no, okay? Right now, I don't think is a great time to invest in real estate unless you think real estate's going to go even that much higher. But with interest rates as high as they are, I wouldn't do anything, any investing until the next election, okay? I would wait to see which way we're going. We need to bring everything back down. And unfortunately, the only way you can short real estate is to do REIs, real estate investment. I forget what they call them, REIs, right? What is an REI? What does it stand for? I forgot. Let's see. REI is real, no, it's another, let's see, REI, real estate. I forget what it's called. Real estate development. What does REI mean in real estate? Real estate investing, okay? But they have REI like stocks. So if you think the markets are going to go down, you can do REIs going down, doing puts on REIs, or you can short them, or you can do the other way. Does REI have investors? Since REI invested vehicles have been privately held funds, partnerships, and mostly recently through issuance of ETPs, which work closely with wealth managers and advisors to provide investors the most current advantages, tax structures. Our investors include family offices, high net worth individuals. So you can buy into these REIs, and you can be one of 10 investors, or you can have a limited partnership in some of these. But this is something more you really need to research before you jump, whether it's condos, whether it's buying a house. You might want to think of going to an area where they maybe have a high drug area, and you can buy a house and, let's say, turn it into a halfway house. Now you get someone in the program, NA or AA, and they run the house. You pay them, and in turn they collect for you, and they have different rooms where you got 2-3 guys living in a room, or girls, whatever. And you have, like, one of my houses right now that I own, that's what's being done to it. It's being turned into a halfway house, and it can bring a lot of revenue, okay? And you have to just check the neighborhood to see if they even allow it. I don't know if they can stop it, but it brings a lot more traffic, because if you have 6 people, 7 adults living in a house, they all have cars sometimes. Sometimes they don't have cars, but sometimes it's not rented either. Sometimes you run into problems where you don't have the rent. It's not paid. Okay, in NVIDIA, I'm going to take off, remove the drawing, and extend the other one to the right for now. Bingo. It's a little low, but that's okay. You see what I just did? I took off the active step for right now. And let's just see where this is at. Here. Bingo. Activate. That's what I was looking for, is this. I don't know if I can bring it in any closer. Yeah, I can. Right there. That's fine. You can see the squeeze is getting closer. That's what we're looking for. Okay, I was watching it on the top. So, for someone who's getting into it, well, yes, there's a lot of things you need to learn at 28 years old. I can guarantee that. So before you jump into anything, you need to think about everything and write down all the pros and cons. You make a line on the top and a line down the middle, put pros and cons. Then do your research on, start with condos and do another one for houses. Which one does it pay? And you can go on the line and you can find out if houses are a good investment for renting out, or what do you call it, condominiums better versus, let's say, condos. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do to find this stuff out. These vitamins look, I made Primary vitamin D supplement type, 30 count. This is only 30, and I just went online and it showed 45 in the bottles. Go through the company. What's in it? Yes, it's $39.95. Does it really work? A bit of look at the scientific evidence. The claims shows you they are a little shaky. While some of the ingredients in vitamins such as CoQ10 and PQ have been shown to have potential cognitive benefits in some studies, the evidence is not conclusive. Is there brain supplements that work? The supplement is unlikely to help. If you're at high risk of Alzheimer's, ask your doctor. What? Am I at high risk? I don't think so. My brain is too, what are the side effects? Too much I can't take D and omega-3 fatty concentrates have been but to cause gastrointestinal disturbances, nausea, bloating, diarrhea. Wow, I don't have diarrhea, but I get nausea in the mornings. Could it be from I don't take too much vitamin D, but I do take omega-3 through flaxseed oil. I've been gastrointestinal. What was that? There's a frog in the room. Gastrointestinal. You're very welcome. If you have those kind of questions, then you really need to do a lot of research. That's all I can say. I have the answers, but again, for whatever I help people in one-on-one, it's $50 an hour. You can pick my brain anytime you want. $50 an hour. You let me know when you're ready, and I will get you all the answers or give them to you because I have them. That's from a lifetime of experience and investing, owning 2 pawn shops, owning an art gallery, working in some of the best phone rooms, and making a ton of money. And here, being a moderator at, I don't get the big room like everybody else because I'm not as young and exuberant, and I'm not doing live trading with you because Deck hasn't given me the software I asked for. I can't do live trading if I can't be live with you within 1 second. It's wrong. It's wrong. And anybody who's doing it, that's why a lot of you are losing money. Sorry to say that, but it's the truth. I think it's not responsible. I talk to you right now. I'm going to put my finger up and show you what I'm talking about, okay? So everybody watch this very closely, and you'll see. At 106.60, I'm going to put my finger up. Bam. I just put my finger up at 107 on the dot. And I'm waiting to see how long my finger comes up, right? Right now, I'm at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, wow. 14 seconds. All right, so it's time for me to reboot the system. All right, so it took 14 seconds. So if I say to you, I'm getting in a trade right now, you don't hear it for 14 seconds. That's irresponsible because in 14 seconds, I'm getting out. So when I tell you I'm getting out, that's 28 seconds long. 14 in and 14 out. Do you agree? Do you understand why I'm not doing live trading? So when people like Kush and AK do live trading for you, you ain't hearing it when it's happening. We all have the same problem. The only one who's not is Deck, and you have to use Webinito to be sure that you're getting it within a second. So no matter what you tell me, I've been here 6 years. I know exactly how this works. And I'm bringing the SPY down a little bit to 449.90, 449.85. Let's go there, 449.85. Bingo, right there. All right, let's bring this back. 449.85 brings this. Edify this, 449. I'm going to leave it at the 50. Actually, it can come down a little bit, but I want to see it. I'd rather see it than say it. And it's going to bring it down to about right there. Let's say 450.25. It's very tight. I'm even going to leave it at 30. That's only 30, and 15. It's 45 cents in this channel right there. Okay? Now, I can put alerts out for you like I've been doing. Okay? And we hit every one of them except this last one that I had to put out of the way. Did not get hit. All right? Yet. It's a yet. You know what I mean? It's yet to be hit. Now, let's activate this and bring it down a little lower. You understand what it's doing here? It shows me when something's coming down. So I can actually do an active step right here. Watch. So if I do this before I do that, let's say right here. Let's do this. Also, let's activate this. It's perfect. Let's get rid of the right extension. Watch what I'm doing carefully. And then let's come back in here. I need my line. This thing changed itself. I need that line from right there, boom, and put it right to there. See the squeeze? See what's happening? All right, now I'm going to remove my left. Now you see the active step. What's happening now? We're pushing down. See what's happening here? We're pushing down. Okay, now look at FinViz. Remember we're at 40 to 60 before? Now, where are we at? 125. You see that? And I knew that we were going down because it tells me we're going down right there. Same thing here. We're going down. Everything just reversed. And now you can see what's happening with the market. All right. This is going to become 25 now. 255.25 will be our support. And here, 255.25. And let's say 250. Let's say about right. 256.25. Yeah, perfect. 256.25. There you go. Right there. $1 in the channel. Boom. They're probably a little bit higher here. So let's say 35 instead of 25 on this one. All right. So I've tweaked it out, and now you can see the difference. All right. So we got about 90 cents in this channel. We hit that bottom, it reversed. Probably going to happen here too. We're going to take this one, and don't forget to put it back like this one. Put it back to the hand. And then you go here. Let's activate it and bring this down to right there under the VWAP. That's our support line. Let's bring it to, I'll leave it at 40. It's an even number. All right, 40. And then we're going to bring this one down. All right. So what do we got here? Edit this one, 483.40, 483.40, 484, and let's say 75. Just a guess. Now I can look and see. Look at that. Look straight across the top. So I took a guess, and look what happened here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across the top. Good guess. That was a wild guess. I'll see where it lands, and then I'll tweak it out from there. But I'm still going down. Same thing here. If I was to put lines in here now, watch. It would be like this. From the top here to this. I'd leave it right in front of the 13 exponential, like this. All right? There's bam. Now, if I go the other way, I may have to go to 3 minutes so I can get the whole chart in there. Hate this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it back. Watch. Just had to draw your trend line, son. 3 minutes is not enough. I need to see the whole thing. 5 minutes. Ready? Okay, boom, boom, boom. Should be always 3 shots for me. I don't know your computer. Here we go. And here's the bottom, right there. Okay? Low of the day to right there where we're at. And now you can see it's going down, 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 down. All right? And I can take this now and remove my left. Cancel left extension. Shows you where I took it from. Cancel left extension. Shows you exactly where I took this from and why. And now, when I take this, I want to put this back to here. I want to take this now, my support, activate it, bring it down to, uh-oh, that didn't go right. Let's activate it from here, bring it down to, it's not working. There we go. I don't know what that last line is. I'm going to bring it right there. 75. Let's see what I come up with. 77, exactly as we saw it. 75. Good number. Bingo. Okay, and then here we want just slightly above. Let's see, what do I got in here anyway? Resistance is 450.30, 450.30, 449.75. I'm going to leave it there. It's right above the 13. It's above the VWAP. Right now we're in a bearish state of, right? We're in a bearish state, and you can see what's happening. We're coming down. And that was another step, because if you look at this now on the 5, you see, where's that line? I'm looking over my phone because it's in the way. But you see, it came from up here, from here. So there was a top up here, and that would have been, hold on, boom, right there. See the active step, how it came down? Cancel the left, and here, we want to cancel the right. And there's an active step right there. From the high of the day, from there. It doesn't have to be exact. I mean, I like to make them exact so it looks better. And again, which line is it? The last one we made. So it's 130. And we're just going to bring it down a little bit. There we go. Just want to touch it. Need it right on. There you go. And there. And now when I bring it back to the 1 minute, Okay, right there. Don't forget to bring this back to the hand that fed you. You can see my support's not holding. Okay, we'll go 1, 2. Let's bring it back on 2. There you go. And you can see right now, we can bring this trend line bar just down slightly to, there you go. Say 65. 65 will be the support. It's going to be just a little lower than we're at, or just right on it. There you go. Our bounce probably to bounce up is either going to be the 13 we're at right now, or the next step would be the VWAP. Pull up, SPY. Pull up. Pull back coming. Pull back is fine. Or pull up. How about a push up? Okay. A pullback, PB, versus a PU. Something stinks in the room. Okay, so a pull back or a push up. Push up. Remember, we do push ups. What does it do? How's that? Better than a pull up? A pull up is what a child, an infant, puts on. It's like a little. It doesn't like it's the next step after a diaper, and it's one piece and it pulls up, so they can put it on themselves when they're walking and they're starting to understand. Hey, I want a new diaper. I want it's burning my ass. So here's a pull up. Go put your diaper on after I wipe your ass. All right, that's a pull up. So we got pull back and push up. Or you could say a spike. A push up would be a spike. It's spiking. Is it a big spike or is it a little spike? Is it Joe Spivey? He has poison ivy. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here we are at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. Who remembers that? Anybody here? Don't show your age. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. Take me home. Oh, shit. Oh, mother, father, take me home. Anybody remember how it goes? I can't believe this. This is not right. Freaking, that's what I hate about this. Come on. Come on. Or just do this. Ready? Oh, it didn't even work. Oh, come on. What's going on here? You won't even give it to me because it's right already. That's why. Should have just put me in there. Okay. I'm on 1 minute, too. This is weird. There we go. Bingo. Okay, sorry about that. But you see this? I want to bring this one to right there. It's going down. Everything's going down. But remember, there's our VWAP right there. So right now we are bearish. Okay? Our support is down now to 483.25. All right? So bring down a 40 to 25. And there was the bounce right at the 25. All right? 25 or 20. I think we hit 20. So 20. I'll leave it at 25 because we got a double here at 25. And let's see here. Let's activate that. 28, 25. Bingo. 484. That's $1. And we'll say 35. Okay, 484.35. And this is 483. Come on. 483.25. It's $1.10. Now here we're gonna activate this and bring it up to. I'm gonna bring it to here because that was the high point. And there's your squeeze. You can see. I still like to bring this bottom up a little more. So again, we're gonna bring this just a little further up. Okay, bingo. I think I got it. There it is. And there's the layout. The layout of the land. Okay, and here, this we're going to call the VWAP. I'm going to activate this down a little bit, and then I'll even it off. Watch. Right there. So what is it? 20. There's 19. Just make it 20. Leave even numbers if possible. Always leave an even number. 5, 10, 15, 20. You know, always by fives. All right, and there's your active step coming down. There's your active step again coming down. And of course, I'm not drawing anymore, but Tesla, you can do the same thing. All right, we already know this is 255.35. We leave $1.25. So let's say, what did I say? 250, 255.35 is 256.50. Let's see where it brings us. 256.50. We always want to be about $1.25 in difference. There you go, and it looks good. It looks right because you can see it's leveling off right around there. You got 1, 2. If I open it up, you'll see you got 1, 2, and almost 3 touches right there. And on the other side, same thing. All right. So one becomes old support, old resistance becomes new supports, and then on the opposite comes the opposite way. All right. So old resistance, old supports now become resistance, or vice versa. Gets a little confusing, but after a while, if you write it down, it makes sense. Okay, let's see. Let's bring this down a little. Look like a step ladder. Keeps going up every time I bring it down, so I'll just leave it. That's the Squeeze Pro. I really don't like it that big. Don't need it that big. There you go. All right, any questions? How am I doing? Not good, because a bunch of you just walked out the door. Let's see. It's okay. It's lunchtime. The boss walked in. You can't be on the computer at work. I get it. You got any questions, put them on the board. Even, as you see, I had one about real estate. It had nothing to do with stocks. But if I know something, I'm always willing to answer it to help somebody out. Because that's what we're doing here. It's still an investment of some sort. I'm not just diversified in stocks, okay? I'm diversified in life. Keep it above the 13. See? Right above that 13. Oh, shoot. Why does it do that? I hate that. 1. See? If you're too far one way, it goes the other way. There you go. That's perfect. That's fine. Widen it a little bit. Same thing here. Widen it. You can see it. This one here, make it a little smaller. There you go. I don't know, guys, if you like it smaller or larger. I won't even ask the girls. Active? You're crazy. I know. It's not my fault, you know. I grew up in New York as a little kid. I came here for vacation at 18. I sent for my stuff later on. All right. Still a kid in here. That's never going to change. Never. It only changes when you're dead. What's that song coming to my head? Do 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 do. I think it's that guy. He's so good too. What is his name? I can picture him in my head. He's got a high squeaky voice. But what a song. Da da da. Never change. I'll think of it. It's gonna come to me. I can go look at my YouTube stuff. I saved him somewhere. See what's happening? We're starting to push back up. So we've seen our bounce. We got our bounce play, and we're coming back up. Now, let's see what's happening with. I remember it was 240, 250. I want to check the. Contracts. Let's see how far we are in the contracts. SPY has come down. Now it's 450. Instead of 451 on the call, it's 450. And that makes the put $1 less. It's 449. Now we go on to SPX. I'm going to go look on the top. And SPX is at 4,500 and 4,505. So I got, that came down 5. 45. Oh, shoot. 4,500 and 4,505. So they came down 5. Next one. Those contracts are on today. Then we go to NVIDIA. NVIDIA is at 485. It's right. 482.50 is correct. Next one, AMD. AMD is 111 and 110. That one went up. So I want to change that one to 111. And the put is 110. Okay, perfect. Next one. These are on Friday's contracts. Tesla is at 257.50. 255 is still correct. And the last one is Meta. Meta is now at 3. At the money is 300 on the call. You can go to 302.50, but I'd still stay at 297.50 for the put. I'm going to leave it right at the money You could go to the next one. Like I said, if you want to be a little bit out of the money, you can go to 302.50 on Meta for a call. But the put remains the same. Otherwise, you're at the money on the put, which would be at 300. So you're at either 300 put and 302.50, or you're at 297.50 for the put on Meta. With I would leave the 302.50 the other way, is out of the money. But either way, you can balance it depending. Look at the cost per share and make a decision. If I was to look at Meta right now, let's just see. I put Meta in here. In fact, I'll do it with you. How's that? Let's go here back to the active trader. I want to go to charts. Okay, that looks fine. If I go in here real quick, I haven't opened this up for anybody. Go to products, and then I go in here to Meta. Bingo. Now, if I look at Meta, you'll see that, that didn't change. That's why. This is the reason. Meta. Okay, and that's on the Friday contract. You'll see the 300 on the put? I said you can go down to 297.50, which will put you out of the money and still be 36, 37 on the delta. At this hour, that's fine. And then here, remember I said 300 is fine, or go to 302.50. 302.50 is probably more right at the moment, which leaves you at a 42 in the delta. Which means if it continues in the direction, if you're doing a call, you're going to make good money because your delta is pretty high. Remember, forget about theta at this time. It's not important. Theta is higher than the delta, you're fine. If the theta becomes lower than the delta, stay away from that stock or go to a different contract. Learn to raise your delta to alleviate the problem of your theta. The higher your delta, usually the more your theta will be. You don't have to worry, but you worry more at the later afternoon around 3 o'clock. That's why I tell newcomers, stay out of options after 3. Unless it's a real quick, it's running, I can make a quick scalp and go in and get out, and boom. If you're going to sit with it and think about it, you've already lost. If you don't have a plan before you get into it, you've already lost, okay? Hope is not a strategy. We must always have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're a loser, and you'll continue to lose. That's just it. I don't mean to be mean, but that's really the truth. And 80% of the people who trade in here want to make it. They think they want to be like everybody else, but the fact is they lose money. So, in fact, I'm talking to a lot of you because you're the 80%. And some of you have already learned how to get past that and can make money, and that's great. I'm going to take away this upper target, which I had in there, because right now, well, really, I can leave it because my VWAP is here. All the rest of them, well, now we're back above the VWAP again, but we're still below on the SPY, which means we should be at about, I don't know, 60, probably a 40, 60, about, let's see, where we're at now. I would say about 80. Oh, we're even higher, 143. Wow. Okay. Boy, was I off on that one. If I can get it to go, it's not, come on. I don't want to close it. All right, I'll close it. Okay, 143. So it's even higher. We're down. We really went down. Remember, we were down to about up here. We were down. The market went up. And we were down 20, 30 points. Now we're down 144 points. So we're still right across the line. And you can see who's leading: Tesla, Microsoft, Oracle, and United Health. Okay, other than that, we've got a pretty dark, gloomy looking S&P 500. All right. With that, folks, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. I think we're good. I'm going to get something to eat, and let's meet back here at about 10 to 2. How's that sound? All right. I'm going to take a break, and I'll see you guys by 10 to 2. I'll leave the charts on, so if they go wrong, it's because I'm not correcting them. All right. I'm going to take a little break. I've been going straight since 9:30 this morning. So 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. 1:30. I've already gone 4 hours. I don't need to go anymore. I did my day. I did it. I'm going to go look at the Burning Man. Let me just see something. Paid today. The next thing I look at tells me whether I quit. Let's see. No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. All right. We're good. I'll stay another day. I don't understand this Burning Man crap. Somebody else told me about it this week. It's like, you know, an insane drug. I don't know about this either. Come on, what did I just do? All right, got it there. Gmail signature. All right, with that, like I said, it's time to take a little break. Let's close up one of these. Come on. There you go. That one's good. Let's close this one. Trying to close some stuff up here. And one more shot. I just want to take a look real quick, too. All right, 1:30:02. Let's see what happens. 1:30:02. This will tell me if I need to reboot while I take my break. 2, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, folks, I got to reboot. All right, so I have to reboot. Sure, this is in. It is. I have to reboot. Be back in 3 minutes. And after this, all right, be back. I got to reboot. Be back in 3 minutes for the charts. 3 minutes for the charts. And I'm going to take some time off. Okay? So with that, I'm going to reboot now. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.